Hi. Hello. How you doing? Oi, oi, oi. Ah! Ah! Oi. Uh, Continue. Okay. Okay. Hello, guys. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Doing okay-ish, I guess. That's not good. Because yesterday, at least. Well, at least something, right? Alright. Um, I'm doing okay as well. Had work today. Uh... Wait, I need to check something. Work was fine. Yeah, it was basically doing nothing, like always. So, I mean, I was put in for 5 hours. I was working for 5 hours. Well, 4 and a bit hours, and yeah, I was just at the register, doing my stuff. Then cleaning a bit the store when I had time. One of my colleagues came to me like, hey, our boss said blah blah blah. Can you wipe the floor in front of the entrance? Like, people could be slipping and tripping. I was like, huh? I mean, yes, it was wet as fuck, but oh my god. Whoever would have tripped and slipped, like, dude. What do you mean? Get better shoes! Happy slip and slide. Yeah, slip and slide into the store, right? But I was like, dude, just get better shoes. Like, I don't know, if it's snowing, you should be careful, right? When entering buildings. I don't know, maybe you should be careful. Especially if I don't know, if you are like me and normally run around with your trainers instead of, boots. I mean, even I with my trainers wasn't slipping, so, was a win. I mean, I only wear my trainers right now at work. When I leave the home, I swap to my boots. If I leave my workplace, I swap to my boots. So not trippy troppy. Not trippy troppy for now. At least I hope so it stays that way, guys. Oh man. And yeah. I'm fucked! No. Actually, no, I'm not. I wish I was. No, okay. But yeah, I don't know. I had literally nothing to do today. Except looking pretty, of course. Duh! But guys, do you have any plans for today or, well, for tomorrow maybe even? Because I have no work tomorrow. I'm a lazy bum tomorrow. As I should be. Oh, yeah. Well, no, I have to clean my room and do some university stuff, hopefully. Yeah, we will see about that, how that goes. Publishing the book and hopefully streaming. Oh, and gym. I need to go to the gym too. Dude. But the good thing is I'm still losing weight. Don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm still losing weight. Leg day. Oof. Oh. I'm sorry. But yeah. I need to go to the gym as well. Maybe not for leg day, but for muscle building. Because when I was wiping the floor earlier, I was like, dude, it hurts my arms so bad. I haven't pained my muscles in my arms. What do you mean? I still need to write something down later on after stream. I hope I don't forget. I will be fine. But yeah, yeah. Then I was shopping, like, as you should after a long day of work, Kappa. Oh my god, man. Yeah, but it was kind of worth it. But it's... wait, I need to check one thing. I think I need to go to sleep tomorrow again. No, it was supposed to come out today. Huh? Why didn't Humdubel? Okay, then I need to go to comics tomorrow. Oh my god. Humdubel scanned me. You cook dinner tomorrow. Yeah, I cook dinner tomorrow, then I go to the drugstore with you for a short moment, and maybe then I need to do a quick drive. Quick drive to comics. Oh my god. Well. Fuck me. Bug me. Fuck with G, double G. Bug. Oh well, okay, it happens. I mean, just going to comics and instantly coming back should be fine. I don't know if I can go with you to the drugstore. I need to polish. Okay, worst case, I go tomorrow alone and then immediately drive to the city. Maybe even. Yeah, I will see how we'll do it. If you don't come because of the polish, it's fine. My head hurts. Oh no. We will now resume the trial of Maya Fey. Oh, you're right. Grail. Well, we don't know if Grail is the girl or boy. I mean, Jean. I mean, okay, this was the first moment we saw Jean. I was like, damn, I forgot about this guy. Like, I still think that Jean is a dude and therefore can't be a witch. First things first, the occult crime analysts have finished examining the evidence. They have tested the 2 magic gems from the witch's scepter. And Goldor floated on the surface of the water, whereas Famalia sank. It was said that the genuine magic gems float in pure water, wasn't it? I can't remember, Speller. Thus it has been established. It's Famalia's magic gem is a fake. Who is faking gems? Like, what the fuck? I mean, okay, diamonds are kinda cheap, right? Order and court. No. Leave. This is the proof that Goldor was used, of course. Nonetheless, the defensive theory does now seem more plausible. The court considers it worth looking into. You have no objection to that, do you, Inquisitor Barnum? To be honest, I feel like I'm not good enough to push the book that I'm afraid that's worthless. No! Like earlier, you came to me because, oh, I feel like the one sentence is too long. I told you my opinion on it. And you can always come to me and be like, hey, can I read that to you? Do you have an idea? Do you know? You can always come to me. You can polish that book. You can do it. I know you can. You said it's fine. It has worth. Yeah. It has meaning. Yeah. That's why you can't, put it in 2 sentences. So please. No, my lord. Now then, bring in the witness. Bring in the witch. I mean, Sir Grail. Jean Grail. Still, Jean gives me Weevil vibes. It's the green hair, man. And nearly the same haircut. Witness, state your name and profession, please. My name is Jean Grail. I serve the late Master Balug. Since his death, I have been tending to his dwelling, putting research materials in order. I mean, after a while, you should have been done with that, Jean. I don't know how long he's dead again. 3 months? 6 months? Should have been done by that. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something a bit different about Grail today. Looks happier, definitely. Witness, that's something we need to clarify first of all. As you are no doubt aware, you have been accused of being a witch. Therefore, it's vital that you tell us, are you a boy or girl? Oh my god, are we assuming Jean's gender right now? Please, hold on. Why, what is it? Excuse my rudeness, my lord, but at this time, I do not intend to answer that question. Oh, Jean. Why do you refuse to answer, witness? I had been following this trial from this gallery, and so I'm fully aware of the utterly absurd accusations made against me. Jean! I mean, the thing is, I know a person called Jean and she's a girl. Not saying that Jean is a womanly name, but Yeah, I know someone called Jean who's a woman. Alchemy's art pursued by Master Balduke is concerned with the root of logic that govern nature. Yeah. As someone who had been helping Master Balduke for quite some time, I dare say your theory is both illogical and impossible. Grail, Jean, it's just, are you a boy, are you a girl? It's not like, you know, like you want to see. The witch's scepter was thrown into the crime scene through a portal created by the magical spell Godor. Godor! The portal could have only been opened from your room. And what's more, one of the walls in your room is painted green. Maybe it's his favorite color, I don't know. I believe anyone is free to paint their walls in whichever colors they please. Besides, your theory relies on one magic gem being a fake. While that may have been proven true, another question has arisen. Where could the genuine magic gem be? Up my ass. Up Jean's ass, I don't know. It must have been swapped with a fake one and discarded somewhere. I bet that's impossible. Why? If we assume, as you have claimed, that the witch used the spell Godor, that would mean the magic must have been swapped after creating the portal. I mean, we don't know when the portal was opened, so technically speaking, they could have opened the portal quickly, you know, yeet, and then pew, flush in. Tell me, when and where would the witch have disposed of the magic gem? Maybe not disposed, but maybe carrying it in a pocket or something. I see your point. But I certainly don't see the point that Jean is making. I'm sorry. Several people paid witness to the incident, and the Knights of the Inquisition arrived at the scene immediately after. No. No. I mean, after the witnesses, sure. Not before, not when the witnesses were there, no. During the time, no one left the building and the whole place was meticulously searched. Naturally, my room was searched as well, although there was not much to see, as I have few personal belongings. Quite sus. Despite our inspection, nothing resembling a magic gem was found. Because it's in Jean's pocket, I swear it is. I have no idea anymore, but somewhere it has to be. I assure you, we have not overlooked anything. I swear to it on my honor as a knight. Not even as an inquisitor, just your knighthood? Damn. So, Mr. Wright, if you wish to accuse me of being a witch, should you not first prove that there is a connection between me and this missing magic gem? Furthermore, I would appreciate it if you could please approach the matter in a rational way, like an alchemist. The house was searched very soon after the crime. If the gem wasn't found, then it means Grail hid it somewhere. In his or her ass, yes. Somewhere the Knights of the Inquisition would not have looked. Where could it be? Boob area. Trust me. Nick, oh my god, that reminds me. Back when I was in high school, when we had to play with the boys, oh god, what was it? Was it rugby? It could have been rugby or maybe basketball. I think it was rugby even. Us girls weren't allowed to, you know, hold the ball rugby thingy between our boobies because it was unfair. And that you got scolded when we did that, but dude, how else would you hold a ball or the rugby? Like, you hold it close to your body, of course it's close to my boobs. So that I'm a woman, I have boobs. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Even the boys had it close to their chest, like... What do you mean? Oh, too good, man. Tits, yeah. Yeah, like... I mean, I understand the teacher's reasoning, yet, because if a boy accidentally touches your booba to get to the rugby, you'll be complaining and be like, yeah, but he touched my boobs inappropriately. Like, okay, makes sense. But if I grow guys' boobs while trying to get the rugby, I would be the asshole as well. What do you mean? There's a new emote badge on Twitch, but you need to watch 60 minutes of Roblox. No, I'm not watching the pedophile bullshit. No. Nuh-uh. I'm not watching something that supports pedophiles. No, thank you. I understand but Twitch is now on which side Twitch is on now, I guess. Sorry, Twitch, but what the fuck do you mean you have a sponsor with Roblox? The witness has made a valid argument. How will the defense respond? Strip Jean, head to toe. The Knights who searched Sir Baduk's premises weren't looking for a magic gem. That's why there's a certain place they didn't consider searching. Better switch to YouTube. No. YouTube ain't better. I mean, they still allow, like, Roblox content on their page. Like, they're still farming money off of exploitation of children, in a way, you know? Nuh. Interesting, you really don't give up easily, do you? In that case, perhaps you could tell us all where the magic gem is. In Baluk's story in Grail's room, in Grail's possession. Yeah, in Grail's possession, why the fuck not? Yeah, those dumb streams that they're not banned is crazy. Yeah. So Baluk's premises were thoroughly searched. I don't think anything would have been missing there. You anticipate that, and that's why you hid it in a blind spot that you knew wouldn't occur to the Knights. A blind spot, you say? Well, where is it? It's somewhere on Jean Grey's person. You can look at her, at him. Yeah, those dumb streams that they're not banned is crazy. I mean, they weren't banned on TikTok either for a long while. I don't know. I mean, they're banned now, but you know. What? It's on the witness? Don't tell me the witness has it in their pocket. You're just guessing, aren't you? You think you can just say anything you like. By the way, I'm afraid there are no pockets in my clothing. Wrong. You wear pants. It's the second time I've seen Grail today. And both times I had a feeling that something wasn't quite right. Maybe it's just me. But it could be related to the whereabouts of the magic gem. I swear, I know what happened. Jean had the stone, like, on his person, or on their person, sorry. And since, you know, we had a small break in between, Jean could have ran home and placed the fucking gem somewhere else. And then be like, yeah, I'm back, guys. Totally could have happened. Labyrinthia isn't that big as a town, city, whatever. Defense shows location of the magic gem. Where do you think this witness hid the magic gem on the day of the crime? I don't like Jean's sand, to be honest. It could be under the sleeve. Or maybe here even, like the big puffy. It could be the big puff, right? I mean, Jean doesn't seem too, you know, fat. It actually could be. Jean is actually very slim. Please give me a hint, please. A neck? Ah, loud. Ah, I forgot. Ah, punishment for forgetting.
Martin Caden is not following.
Martin Caden, thank you for the follow. Thank you. But, okay. Hope you're doing great. Hope you enjoy being a jelly now. But, right. Wait. Did Jean wear that earlier too? I'm not too sure about Jean's outfit. Wait, let me look on the wiki. Bitch removed it! How are ya? I'm good. Just came home from work not too long ago, so yeah. I'm doing okay. But how are you doing? Witness. We met for the first time at Serbaduke's premises. Yes! At the time you had an amethyst attached to your collar. I forgot. I should have done this last stream as well. Well, even then I probably wouldn't have noticed the gem. Oh, that's right. Mr. Gray always wears a gemstone. Alchemists believe that amethysts emit positive energy. I need to buy an amethyst tomorrow, I see. Amethysts are purple. But when I saw you in the waiting room this morning... It's a green... Guys, I need to look more at the characters, I think. I totally forgot about the gem. The gemstone you were wearing was green, not purple. But maybe Jean loves to swap them out? So my question now is, where has it gone? Where is that amethyst that you supposedly always wear?
Objection.
Wait just a minute. No, Barnum, please. The witness wears a purple gemstone? Is something amiss, Inquisitor Barnum? When we arrived at the crime scene, witness came out to meet us. Yes? I recall the witness wearing a gemstone. But the gemstone was green. Oh, he's helping us now. Great. Thank you, Barnum. Green amethysts aren't green, although amateurs sometimes mistake prasiolite for amethyst. But that's irrelevant now. Witness. You've been trying to pin the blame on the defendant. In order to do that, you replace the Godot magic gem with a regular gemstone. Gemstone! Guys, what's your favorite gemstone? Do you even like gemstones? You know? Like, some people like diamonds, but I find diamonds kinda, you know, plain and boring. We thought the witch who killed Serbaduke had used the spell Famalia. You knew that if a witch scepter with the Famalia and Godot magic gem attached was discovered at the crime scene, the suspect would be accused of committing both crimes. That's precisely what happened. Maya was kinda cocked over. The girl captured at the crime scene was accused of slaying both Serbaduke and Sir Layton. Yeah, we were slaying Layton, yeah. That was your plan. You removed the Godot magic stone from the scepter and put your amethyst in its place. Man, I feel like every piece of change I do is a war crime to myself. The thing is, I never written a real book. Yes, I've wrote like a fan fiction, like a longer one for a friend back then as a gift. And now reading it, I kind of want to, you know, rewrite it as well, but I don't feel like it's a war crime. After Slate was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, I got the game on November 2023. For my 90th birthday, and I completed the game back on January 2024. I really enjoyed the game. I thought the part was easy, but the code cases are hard. The thing is... Oh god, when was it released? Wait, let me... I'm kinda lost right now with the release date. I got the game in 2012, and I finished the game in 2012. So if I don't remember stuff, I'm very sorry. And that's why I, you know, try to get as many hint coins as I can. I personally... I'm not a Phoenix Wright girl, so I like the characters in Phoenix Wright, or an Ace Attorney, but I haven't finished the game. I watched the anime, the first season, and that's about my knowledge of Ace Attorney. I'm more Professor Layton girl, and the thing is just, they made the puzzles in this game especially easy for those people who say, hey, I like the court cases, but I really don't like puzzles. And that's why they're so freaking easy. It's sad. I mean, they try to make the court cases easier, but you can't really make court cases easier to a point, right? Like, they need to be, you know, fun. And I'm struggling my ass off. But that's fine. You know, Everyone is a different fandom, and that's totally fair. And then you attach the Godot gem to your collar. That's why, when we saw you, shortly after the incident, you were wearing a green gemstone. To think that was in fact a magic gem. I mean, to be honest, to be fair, like, I've never seen another character wear magic gem. Or any...
Is that true?
Any gems in this game already. Like, Esbella doesn't wear one. I don't think that Darklaw wears one as well. I don't think she does. Barnum definitely doesn't wear one because he's a guy, so no witch stuff happening anyway. Not even his dog Constantine wears one, so I feel like Jean is the only one with a magic gem or a gem anywhere on the clothing. Interesting. Come on, Jean, spill the beans.
This amounts to nothing more than conjecture. I do not believe you have any solid proof. However, I have to concede that you have surmised a logical connection between me and the missing magic gem.
Now the thing, why not tell Jean, we give you an hour to deliver the magic... Okay, an hour's maybe a bit much. But let's say, let's give her 15 minutes to bring all the gems they own and put them all in water. Just to check, hey, is that a bad gem or is that a good gem?
Consequently, I am prepared to answer your questions.
Oh?
Good. I will repeat what I asked you previously. Witness, state your name, profession, and finally, your gender.
But Martin, I feel old now. When I played the game 2012. I feel so old now.
My name is Jean Grail. I have been serving the late Master Belduke. As you can see, I wear a butler's outfit. But the truth is, as the defense claims, I am a girl.
Fuck! I got trolled by her again! Dude. Oh, pretty.
A girl? Unbelievable.
I forgot about this man.
What? The butler is a girl?
Cute, yeah. Adorable. Both ways cute. Order! Order, order in the court! Jean Grail, I decline to this court that you are in fact female. Yes. And she screwed herself over. But everyone in town was under the impression that you are a boy. Hell, even I was under the impression that she's the boy. I'm not better than the characters in game, man. Did you hear that? The butler's a girl. Doesn't that make him, her a maid? She's gender fluid, you... It was 2012! I'm sorry, I have no idea. I knew there was something suspicious about him. I mean, her. You know why, right? Think about it. All that alchemy. That's mighty suspicious. True. Just listen to them. Listen to the wild gossip and accusations. Alchemists pursue knowledge of the rules that govern nature. To the townspeople, alchemy is so different to magic. It is different, but not that much. Had they known I was a girl, they would have taken me for a witch. Alchemy is different. Hey, to a degree it is different, but not entirely. That's what Master Baduke was worried about. He thought it would be safer to pretend to be a boy. In other words, you were hiding, snitch. You discussed that you're a female, but denied that you're a witch. She didn't necessarily say that. I would have thought that was obvious. She knew that once her gender came into question, she wouldn't have been able to conceal it. That's why she made this public now. It was the most rational choice for her. And Mr. Barnum, may I ask you one question? Has all the evidence in this Golden Gentleman case already been presented? Why do you ask? As it stands, you do not have a single piece of evidence proving that I am a witch. Given the lack of pertinent evidence against me, I would like to be permitted to return to my duties. Heck no! What say you, Inquisitor Barnum? Barnum, don't fuck me over now. Dude, I like you, stop! It has been proven that the two gems were swapped. However, it may also have been possible for the accused to have done so.
Objection.
Please, why is logic not happening in this world? Maya had no reason to swap the gems. Who gives, right? Burn the witch! This is a place of judgment. There's no need for us to understand the reasons behind the criminal's action. Huh. After all, those whom we judge are otherworldly creatures. They are witches. The way I see it, they're still human. Right? Believe in alchemy, yeah. Believe. It is impossible for a human being to understand the reasoning of a witch. Make alchemy great again. Oh no. Is it enough when we can do it so straight? Maya will be, look! My What's he doing? No! Look! Barnum still thinks Maya is a witch. We've made it this far, and yet it feels like we're back at stage 1. It seems there are no more rational arguments against me. Now, if you will kindly excuse me. I don't have much on Grail when it comes to the professor's case. Can we have Layton back? I need carry potential, please. But should I just let her go? Continue questioning. What the fuck do you mean, let her go? Don't leave yet, Mrs. Grail. Is there something else you wish to ask me? Who cast the spell, Goldor? We still haven't found the answer yet. I'm afraid I'm not one to answer that. With all due respect, that's your job. We have heard all we can from the witnesses. Barnum? Barnum! In the current circumstances, you cannot insist that this witness is a witch. Well. That is the opinion of the court too. No way. Mr. Wright? I think if the professor were with us now, he'd tell us to view the problem from a different angle. From a different angle? Could you be a bit more specific, please? I think the professor would say, the one who knows the answer to that question better than anyone else is you. There's nothing else I can follow up on regarding the professor's case. What else can I do, though? Well, look, thank you for sharing your mentor's words of wisdom with us. I figured something out. Layton's words of wisdom. Oh my god, yeah. Miss Grail? Your testimony is not over yet. There's still something you need to tell us about. She's so done with me. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I cannot help you. I have told you all I could about this incident. And I'm afraid you've got the wrong idea, Miss Grail. Uh-oh. Your Honor, what this witness needs to testify about is not the professor's unfortunate incident, but rather the incident from 3 months ago. Alright, 3 months was it, okay. Namely, Sir Belduke's death. As she was present in the building at the time, working as a live-in butler, she needs to testify about the events of that day. About Sir Belduke's death? I mean, fair. The fact that one of the magic gems was swapped leads me to a single conclusion. Both crimes, the murder of Sir Belduke and the transmutation of the professor, were the work of the same witch. The truth behind the alchemist's death may also hold the answer to this case. I'll be back in a few minutes, sorry, don't worry, take your time. What is your opinion on this, Inquisitor Barnum? He's so pissed off! allow you to have your way this time. The Blue Knight. The Inquisition has no objections. Thank you, Barnum! Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum. It seems you have lost an unyielding attitude, sir, admired by the townspeople. Dude, is she now attacking him? Here you are now, letting the novice defender lead you by the nose. Is it hard to believe you have been known as the unwavering sword of justice? For your usually cool-headed judgment? Leave my man out of this. You know a little about me. Witness? Yeah. He got a dog, a very cute dog that bites Nick. I mean, I appreciate it. Do you think I care about defending my name? It is this town that I wish to defend. Sabaduke's murder is the only case to have remained unsolved for so long. Jean Grail, you shall not testify about it. As if she would remember, like it's 3 months ago, right? Like who has that kind of a memory? Not me, at least. But fair, I'm a jellyfish, I don't have a brain, so I can't remember stuff anyway. As meant by both the defense and the Inquisition, the witness will testify about Sir Balduke's death. Any questions? No, my lord. I must, however, mention one more thing before we begin. If it can be proven that Jean Grail is a witch as tempted by the defense, the court will irrevocably consider Maya Fey to be the witch, responsible for both crimes. Is that understood? No. You have no choice, the Blue Knight. If you don't want the trial to end right now, ready your sword and face the challenge that awaits. Yay! But the opponent's a real witch. It's a gamble that puts Maya's life at stake.
Nick?
I love gacha. I love... No, Kate, I'm kidding. YouTube, no. I was joking, man. Because this goes on YouTube, I feel like I'm fucked. Maya. I forgot the YouTube has.
Gonna outwit you in court. You're an ace attorney after all.
I might need to cut it out with the I love.
So, let's do it.
The defense accepts the conditions. Let's proceed with the trial. Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin. We shall start with a brief summary of the incident. About 3 months ago, in the dead of night, Sir Balduke's alchemist was murdered. What murder? The crime took place in the study, just as with this incident. The room had been locked from the inside. The victim was found still seated in the chair at his desk, so we can assume he was attacked while working. He looks like a Starion, what? You know, he kind of looks like a Starion from the side. Yeah, that's fine. There were clear strangulation marks visible on his neck. Oh. There's something trickling down from his mouth. Is it blood? Yes, most likely. The victim probably bit his tongue as he was struggling with his assailant. And you said earlier that some white powder was spilled all over the floor, correct? It was a crack in the cocaine. Yes, hence we expected to find the killer's footprints, however there were none. The killer must have somehow approached the victim without stepping on the floor. After murdering Sir Balduke, the killer left the room without opening the door. Which means portal, go door! Undoubtedly, the crime must have been committed with the use of witchcraft. The body was discovered the following morning by butler Miss Grail. Well, by maid, right? We should stop the butler scheme. The body was found by Grail, huh? Thank you, Mr. Barnum. The code illustrator sketches will be added to the evidence. Thank you so much. Now, witness, begin your testimony. Tell us about the events spanning the night of the crime, from the evening beforehand until you discovered the body. Bibbidi bobbidi body. At around 1 o'clock at night, I excused myself and left Master Baduke in his study. When I called him for breakfast in the morning, he did not respond. The daughter's study was locked. A neighbor had come for a visit just then, so we forced the door open together. Okay, which neighbor? What's the neighbor's name? All the potions and other concoctions from the study have been confiscated. I wonder if they're being properly stored. Potions and concoctions were confiscated. The victim was an alchemist after all. We were hoping the items confiscated from his study could provide some clues. That's a piss-poor job you did. Besides, such things must not fall into the wrong hands. It might not be standard practice, but it was deemed necessary. The confiscated goods are stored in our secret vault. The only person with access to them is the High Inquisitor Lady Darklaw. Damn. It has caused me great difficulty, as I've not been able to put Master's research materials in order as a result. Who cares? They're confiscated. Okay. The confiscated items shall be returned as soon as Sir Baduke's murder is resolved. Okay, she's so not happy about it. I shall be looking forward to that. She's too calm, in my opinion. Defense, you may begin the interrogation. What pang? Okay, we're gonna press everything. Okay, 1 o'clock. So you last saw him alive at 1 AM, is that correct? Yes. Master had a habit of conducting his experiments at night. That was the usual time for me to finish my work. Weren't you helping him with those experiments? He would sometimes have some errands for me, but alchemists generally keep their experiments as a secret. That's why I would always excuse myself at that time, unless Master had some other tasks for me. And that night there was no more work for you. That's correct. I wished Master a good night as I shut the door behind me and then heard him lock the key. There was nothing unusual about him, at least nothing I noticed. Okay, breakfast, okay. Breakfast. And what time was that? Master would always take his breakfast at 9 AM, so it was around that time. When did Sir Baduke sleep? Like, 1 AM, experiments, and you know, alchemy does take some time. Let's say he was awake till 4, okay? Only like a 5-hour nap? Nah. She didn't have the key to Sir Baduke's study, is that correct? As a butler, a bit weird, or maid in that case. Yes, there's only one key to that room, and Master always kept it with him. Master's research was a very delicate matter, you see. We had to take strict measures to prevent outsiders from entering that room. Room. Occasionally, delinquents would try to make off with one or other of Master's medicaments. Thieves stealing from alchemists? I can tell if that's incredibly brave or incredibly stupid, probably the latter. That's why the door to that room is made from thick oak wood. I wouldn't have been able to force the door open on my own. She couldn't have entered the room before that? Then... A neighbor. Wait, you mean you broke the door? Again? The only key to the room was in Sir Baduke's pocket. The only way to enter the study was to break the door open. And you managed that with the help of a neighbor who came to visit? Yes, it wasn't a social visit, mind. He came as a patient. Okay, a patient, I see. A patient, can you tell me more about him?
Objection.
We need a name, occupation, gender, age. The victim's neighbor is irrelevant. He has nothing to do with this case. I think you're pushing it this time. A witness is hardly irrelevant. What gets him so shaken? He looks as if he just had a rush of blood to the head. Master Baduke had been making very potent medicines, among other things. Enemies are too tanky for me, as Sona said. Oh no. We would get people coming from the town at all hours of the day or night asking for them. And yet, in return for all the help Master offered, people would gossip about him, dabbling in witchcraft. As a man. So you broke the door together with a neighbor. Yes, when I explained the situation to him, he brought over an axe. Then he proceeded to attack the door with great force, smashing it into splinters. I see, by the way, about that neighbor. Who was the... Who the fuck?
It's time for Emir's grand entrance. Did you miss me, guys?
No. I mean, you're better than Bartley and Bertley, so yeah, okay. Maybe I miss you.
Order! Order! Could it be that it was you who... Where are you looking at?
No, Bertley is back.
Right here. And as for who I am, I'm the alchemist's neighbour and a witness in that case too.
Oh, passion for justice seething within Emmy is always at the crime scene. Yeah.
Objection!
Can Bertley please leave? I want to have Cracker back. It's you again. You're the guy from earlier, right? Yep, that's me. Emir's the name. How you have been, Bluey? Are you really the alchemist's neighbor? Seriously? I know, right? Freaky coincidence, quinky dink. But yeah, his house is next to mine. Ridiculed earlier, Emir returns. Drinking like a king. He never ever learns. Oh. That's why I tried to stop you from asking about the neighbor. Huh? Why so cold, Inquisitor Barnum? Lavender holds his steady, cold gaze. Emir drinks fast, as if in a daze. And the musician standing next to you? Ah yeah, that's me, Private Bard Bertley, a right music genius. Hold on! Oh dearie me! Oh dearie me. Well, no use shutting the stable door after the horse was bolted. Let us move on. Witness, since you're already here, you may as well add your testimony. Testify about what you witnessed on the morning after the crime. You can count on me. And down to me then. The witch cast Tamalia just like in this case.
Hold it!
Can you tell me what caused its sudden realization? Sure thing. When the Inquisitors came round, I went to have a little peek at the crime scene. Just when I heard them talking about it. I was surprised, cause they must have come to the same conclusion as me. Cricky, they can do their job, them Inquisitors, I thought. It had to be Famalia. So he was eavesdropping. Like a totally good neighbor would do. If I happen to see that Famalia user, I'll arrest them myself. Stop the poor tables, man! Witness, you're testifying in court. Can you not restrain yourself a bit? Wizard, don't you see I've gotta have this to keep me spirits up? It's the most potent medicine! 'Tis a drink Emil lives to savor, with an intoxicating scent and flavor. Oh, anyway. This is a waste of time. I should be looking for decisive contradictions. Witnesses, continue your testimonies. All the potions of the cultural study have been confiscated. I wonder if they're being properly stored.
Hold it!
Those items were confiscated 3 months ago. You still haven't got them back? No, not a single thing. Even though many of those were personal items with no relevance to the crime. Now that I think about it, that room did look pretty empty. As I said, The victim was an alchemist, and among his possessions were some dangerous concoctions. But he did produce medicines to aid sick townspeople as well, to give him his due. Indeed, alchemy is highly beneficial to the townspeople, even if they fail to notice it. It may be beneficial, but it also inspires fear. People fear what they do not understand. At any rate, I cannot return the items to you until Sabaduk's case is solved. That is what High Inquisitor Dockler has decided. And the confiscated goods are being kept in a secret vault by the Knights of the Inquisition? Just being alive scares me. Just waking up and breathing scares me. Having to know that I have to work scares me. Even the Inquisitors cannot freely enter that vault. It is strictly supervised. No. Also, I have to say, I really didn't expect him to appear. Maybe I should be used to it by now. Excuse me, Mr. Wright, sorry to interrupt your train of thought. Oh, that's okay. What is it? I'm wondering if it's just me, but I've been thinking about Mr. Emir's testimony. I think what he said is a little strange, isn't it? Yeah, how can I put it? It's pretty obviously contradictory. He was so keen to testify. Maybe we should give him some attention, point those contradictions out. Yay, I won! Good job, good job. What a good idea, Luke. I don't know which contradiction. I run 1 o'clock at night. Yeah, that's what I need to have the bird fucker here. I don't understand the witch cast for me, just like in this case. No, fuck, I didn't. No, sorry. I will skip through the text because I pressed the wrong button. Oh. Dude, they had on Zack Pantheon and Hecarim. Dude. What do you mean they had that many tanks? And the Pantheon? But we already established that Famalia wasn't cast. And Azara Toronto. Yeah, no. Objection. There's something you don't seem to understand here, Mr. Emir. The Famalia gem in the Switch Scepter is a fake. The gem is useless. Just like this buffoon's testimony. Oh. Therefore, your testimony doesn't hold water. Just like anything else he says. Shh. What? Ignored and scorned. Without credibility, will majestic Emir now show humility? No. What? A fake? You should have listened to the trial more carefully. Yeah, fuck you, Emir. Leave. Now that has been dealt with. Inquisitor Barnum. This witch scepter was not discovered at the crime scene when Sir Balduke was murdered, is that correct? Yesn't. Indeed, we deducted that Famalia must have been used, however. Objection. But the Famalia magic gem was a fake. That much has been demonstrated today. What's more, as we've learned from Cracker, the parrot's testimony, the witch used the spell Godor. The fact that there's a green wall at the crime scene corroborates that. Objection. Stop being so angry, the poor table, so deaf, man. That the wall may well not have been painted 3 months ago. And besides, someone could have passed through a portal so small. Yeet the staff, what do you mean? And Jean is kinda small. To be honest, I've started wondering where Sir Layton's and Sir Balduke's murders are actually committed by the same witch. Objection. Doesn't matter. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you that's the Inquisition's claim. True. Barnum! He's right, though. It's gotta be the same culprit in both cases. And at the very least, it's possible that the witch used the spell Godot to commit Thibaudic's murder. Welcome back, Martin. What? In that case, I will ask the defense to show proof. Do you have proof that the witch could have used Godot to kill Thibaudouc? I can't save right now, right? Ha. I mean, we have... That would be like... Through the wall! She was strangling him through the wall! Through the portal! I don't know, it could be mother... Wait, no, I want to take a hint coin, just in case. What a muggle. Do we only have like the case outline, which makes no sense? The floor plan, which, yes, you would see the indicator for, you know, the portal. Golden Leighton. I want to have that statue in real life, to be honest, but no. I think it's really the crime sketches, because we can literally see. Okay, that one's a bit weird of a sketch, but that one we can clearly see that she could have gone from the portal, like, with a piece of rope or anything he was, you know, strangled with. I mean, yeah.
Take that!
I'd like you to take a look at these. Answers the code illustrator sketches. As you can see from this sketch, the victim was seated at his desk when he was murdered. What murder? And what can you see right behind the victim? Surprise, surprise. A small landscape painting. Surprise, surprise. Thank you, Inquisitor, but there's one more point of note. The green color here. Look closely at the painting. Do you notice anything behind it? Oh. Oh, I see it. The wall behind it had already been painted green. Which means this witch could have used the portal spell there 3 months ago.
Objection!
One moment, my lord. Consider how small the portal would have been. Could a witch have passed through it? I think not. Yet again, I have a question about the portal thing. I would choose the crime sketches. But the thing I have now... Wait, maybe we can show it. That's the wrong one. No, wait. That one. We know that this portal is seemingly small, yeah? But do we know actually if the green indicates how big that portal is? Or is it just like a gateway for a portal, like, you know? Just because the wall is so small doesn't mean that the portal has to be so small. We can't see the portal, right? Like, it could be like, the portal could be any size. I mean, I understand where Barnum was coming from, but literally, if we would go away from the green paint, it'd be like, yeah, well, there's a portal, we can't see a set portal, so the portal could be like bajillion times bigger than what we think, right? One moment, my lord. Consider how could that have been, would have been. Could a witch have passed through it? I think not.
Objection!
Of course, the witch would not be able to go right through it, however. If you look at the distance between the portal and the victim, you'll notice that the victim, Thibaudouc, was sitting just an arm's length from where the portal would have been. The witch should not have to enter the room at all. All she had to do was reach through with her arms in order to strangle Thibaudouc, who was sitting right under the painting. I mean, yeah, she got long arms, right? Longer than my arms, to be honest. So, yeah, makes sense. Order! Inquisitor Barnum, What say you to that? A fascinating theory, Sir Blue Knight. But there's a notable contradiction within it. What would that be? Tell me, why do you think we concluded that Familia had to have been used? We had a certain reason for it, of course. And what was that reason, exactly? The crime scene had been tampered with. How so? Imagine the circumstances of Sir Baduke's death, and it should become obvious even to you. The victim was choked to death. And yet there was no sense of a struggle. Highly probable, don't you think? What are you getting at? Think about it. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? There should be evidence of a struggle. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. Crime. Indeed, that would be the logical conclusion. Now, she would be impossible to do such a thing had the witch only reached inside through a portal. In order to cover up the evidence, she left behind the witch had to have used a familiar. Without doing so, there would have been no point in her using the spell Godor.
Objection!
Didn't we already say, like, Godor doesn't matter, like, yeet, like, you know, grabbing his neck from behind? Miss Gray could have done it. She might have been able to tamper with the crime scene. What are you talking about? The morning of the crime. From the time Miss Grayle and that guy entered the study, until the arrival of the Knights of the Inquisition, there was a window of time in which she had the opportunity to do so. You need to look into what happened in that window. True, 5 minutes, right? It seems you may be in need of another testimony. Witnesses testify about what happened in the time between the body being found and the Knights of the Inquisition arriving. Sure thing, ask me anything. I'll tell ya, you need to know. Oh glorious Emir, tell us more. Maybe you won't be laughed at as before. Only 2 people access the crime scene. That time, Grail and Emir. Believe it or not, Emir is the key witness in this case. Dude, don't remind me, I want to cry. After discovering the body, I broke down the door and saw the alchemist slumped in its chair. Gave me a jolt. The butler hurried to call the Knights of the Inquisition. He never entered the study. What did I do then? Ah yeah, I was asked to keep an eye on things, so I went in to have a bit of a look at everything. Also made me pretty drowsy, so I went and took a little nap on the couch. NAP. Snack? Wait, what? Mr. Emir? You said the butler didn't enter the crime scene? Yep. He never set a foot in there. The moment he saw Baduke, he told me to stand guard till the Knights of the Inquisition arrived. And then, off he went. What a resourceful apprentice this alchemist has, I thought to myself. I must feel sorry for you, Sir Blue Knight. What do you mean? After all, your suspect couldn't have tampered with the crime scene. Oh, boo-hoo! That can't be true. Defense, please proceed with the interrogation. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, me lord. The thing is, he's drunk. Like, it's what I said earlier, as if they could remember what happened 3 months ago. I can't.
Hold it!
Before you smashed the door, did you check that it was really locked? Course I did! We tried to get it open without resorting to brute force, but it wouldn't budge. They all are. In the end, it's a plotline like in the Pandora's box, everyone was high on gas. So I went to fetch me lovely little eggs. His wooden enemy stood tall and still, yet Emir sprang forth. It was overkill. Did you think I lied about the door being locked? No, no, of course not. Boy, she's so sharp. She might cut herself, or me, like most likely me. So then I went inside. The alchemist was slumped in his chair. We're at it. Allow me to confirm something. When you entered the room, did the victim look the way he does in the sketch? Yep, that's it. Spot on. Nicely drawn too. You know, at first I didn't know if he was really dead. He just looked passed out or something. Tired from his research. Jean? Jean? Miss Grayle, may I ask you something? Yes, what is it? What do you think about Mr. Emir's testimony? There's nothing amiss, however, Mr. Wright. I can tell what you are thinking. You can? Well, let's see if you're right. When he entered the room, Mr. Emir didn't notice that Mr. Balduque was dead. On the other hand, I ran straight away to call the Knights of the Inquisition. And so... you suspect that I knew beforehand that Master was dead. That's what you're thinking. Your face is like an open book. But isn't that what actually happened? No. I knew something was wrong because Master had very fine manners and would never sleep in his chair. When I saw him like that, I was struck with a very bad realization. I felt certain that something terrible had happened. That he was taken up in his chair? I've heard about you. The word that you're very collected and perceptive. It would seem to be the case. It would be more appropriate to call her calculating. Somehow I feel like you're not paying me enough attention here. Are we really, guys? The matter's not witnessed. Let us proceed with the cross-examination. Matter's not? No need to be so rude about it. No. Barnum is fine. He's a fine man.
Hold it!
Are you sure the butler didn't enter the crime scene? Yeah, like I said, he didn't set foot in that room. I went in and sort of didn't know what to do, but the butler sussed out the situation in the blink of an eye. He told me to send guard, and then he ran out. She went to call the Knights of the Inquisition, is that correct? That's correct. I went to the nearby garrison. Okay. We have the records of when the crime was reported. They match a witness's testimony. Can I have that in my court record, please? I feel like I'm missing papers. I returned to Master Balduque's house with 2 knights. They began an investigation immediately, taking away Master's research materials and concoctions. And yet I wasn't able to enter that room that day. Oh, too bad. Could we enter the room? There can be no doubt about it. As she's Alchemist's apprentice, she was under close observation following the incident. I wasn't aware of that. So, in the end, she didn't have access to the crime scene at all on that day, huh? I mean, makes sense. By the way, what were you doing at the time? Huh? What? Me? Except being pissed drunk again. Okay, he took a look at everything. Okay. What were you having a look at? Ah, well, I was asked to take care of the crime scene, wasn't I? So I had to, like, make sure everything was in order. I mean, you know. It's not like I went wild with excitement after being left in a real alchemist room full of mysterious stuff. I'm sure you didn't, Mr. Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers. And besides... She asked me to look for something, so I was doing that too. Oh, that's so, Jean. Miss Gray, you look so lost in thought. Oh, were you talking to me? No. Even she can be caught off guard if I choose the right moment. You have been listening to Mr. Emir's testimony, haven't you? Yes, I have. He was asked to look for something. It was you who asked him, I assume. What did you tell him to look for? The gem. I think you're mistaken. I don't remember making any request of that sort. I swear this game hates me. Everything is against the alchemist. We did nothing wrong. No, yes, Sir Duke did nothing wrong. Yes. Yes. But our little witch, Jean Grail, did something wrong. Huh. Oi, Bluey. Were you even listening to what I said? It was a lady that asked me. The butler is a guy, numbskull? What? No, I'm very confused about Jean. Hey, what's up? Why's everyone looking at me like that? Quite a while ago, we learned that the butler, Jean Grail, is actually a female. What? He didn't listen to— oh my god. Please kick him out of the witness stand. That's why when you said a lady asked you to search for something, we assumed it was Miss Grail. What? Daydreaming, listening, but not hearing. That look of shock is almost endearing. What? Why didn't anyone tell me before? Do you require a personal notification? You should have been listening to the trial. Oh, we're also pissed about Emir. Knights of the Court. Squabbling with a witness is most unseemly. What I would like to know now is this. Who was lady that made her the request of Emir? Oh yeah, that was actually one of What do you mean? I will stream it on Saturday. I will continue Saturday. Oh yeah, that actually was Miss. Yeah.
He's absolutely certainly talking about me.
She's cute.
Oh, and you are?
Is that the Uwu girl?
Oh, I'm Letty. Hang on a minute. I'll get down there post haste.
But yeah, I will stream some more on Saturday. The only game that's then missing is Lady Layton.
Miss Letty,
When we're done.
who are you precisely?
Me? Who am I? I'm Letty Mailer. I'm the courier.
She's cute, Letty. Letty's the bestie. The courier. A courier is a person who collects and delivers letters or packages. DHL. I know. Thanks anyway, Isabella. I wish she stopped misreading my mind. Hold on, Miss Mailer. Do you mean it was you who responsibly made such a request to the troublemaker? Me? Maybe, yes, I guess so. I asked him to help me find something? Outrageous. Why was I not informed of this? I guess no one told you. Maybe because you didn't ask? Okay, do my best to join Saturday. I really enjoyed watching the stream. Oh, thank you! So Saturday around the same time, so 9 PM. Well, depending on which time zone you are. It seems we'll need to ask you to testify, Miss Mailer. Explain to us how you were involved in this case. Frankly, I wouldn't say I was involved in anything. Now I'm in a tight spot. I bet it's because that guy said something weird about me. Ease up on me, lady. Like the saying goes. If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Beats being in a pickle all on your own. He's drinking again. Now then, Miss Letty Mailer, testify about that day. That voice could make windows shatter. Oh god. Leoparduk said he'd have a letter to send, so I came by to pick it up.
Hold it!
To who? You mean you came to pick up a letter from Sir Belduc? Yeah, I was told by Sir Belduc that I'd be to be ready in the morning. What's more, he said it was extremely important. I felt a sense of duty surging within me.
Hang on!
Miss Grail, I have a question. Yes, what is it? Did anything catch your attention during Mrs. Mailer's statement? Of course not. Nothing particular. At any rate, to begin with, I was not aware of the fact that the courier visited us that day. Ah, that's right. You weren't there when I arrived. And once I found the letter, I left immediately. Oh, so then when she went to the garrison, she came and took the letter. Okay, yeah, would make sense, right? Did you know about this letter, witness? I would never pry into Master's personal matters, such as his correspondence. Well, that should conclude the testimony. I don't know, does it? So now we know there was a third witness. But Miss Mailer only came to pick up a letter. It doesn't help us much, does it? Well, perhaps there's more to it than meets the eye. A letter, huh? The Duke was about to send a letter to someone before he was killed. It may not be relevant to this case, but something about that is bothering me. Maybe it's worth asking Letty about it. I broke at the door and saw Alchemist slumped in his chair. Gave me a jolt. Okay. Before you smashed the door, did you check that it was really locked? Of course I did. We tried to get it open without resorting to brute force, but it wouldn't budge. They want to fetch me lovely little eggs. Okay. Okay, our headset. Did you think I lied about the door being locked? Okay, or a headset, I think. No, of course not. Okay. Then when I went inside, the alchemist was slumped in his chair. Our headset. Thank you, Barnum. Love ya. Yeah, he looked passed out. Yeah. Okay, our headset. The mental of this is really good. To be able to tell at a single glance that the alchemist was done for. Okay, now a bit confused. Okay. Okay, then he took the nap. And oh, we have some letter in our... True!
Objection.
The letter you found that morning. Was it by any chance this one here? Ah! Yes, that's the one! But wait, how did you get it? You're a piece of work, alright?
Objection.
Slam. Hold it, Sir Blue Knight. How did you come by that letter? It just fell... sort of fell into my lap, so to speak. It was a professor who found it, but he doesn't need to know that. Layton, thank you! Defender, just what in the world are the contents of that letter? This bitch empty. Well, the letter's blank. What? All this fuss over a blank letter? As you can see, there are some sheets of parchment inside the envelope. Indeed, and there's not a trace of ink on them. What is the meaning of this? Don't forget that Sabaduk was an alchemist. He may have used some kind of invisible ink to write that letter. Indeed. That will make sense. About that, it doesn't make sense to me. What? Miss Mailer? The thing is, when I saw that letter, all the pages were full of writing, so you know.
Objection.
Hold it, witness. You saw the contents of Sabaduk's letter? I didn't read it. It just said, you see. Yeah, alright, she totally did not read it, girl. Witness, this is an important matter. You'll need to testify about it. Tell us what you know about this letter. Oh, Mailer. That night, probably about 1 AM, I made a delivery to Sir Baduk. He was writing a letter at the time. It will be ready soon, so come pick it up tomorrow morning. That's what he said. I left the study and wished the butler a good night, then I went home. I went there again the next morning, so as promised. Sir Baduk was... well, anyway, I looked for the letter. Then that guy went out like a light on the couch. I got a little scared, so I left as soon as I found the letter. Why didn't she tell, you know? I see, I see. So you witnessed the victim writes a letter. I wouldn't say a witness, that sounds so legal. The sheets of parchment were on his desk, so I saw that. And they were covered in writing. Margin to margin. But you don't know what the letter was about. Hey, you would be a breach of our privacy policy. Right, we've Geheimes cover. I can't reveal its contents or who it was addressed to. Oh, of course, I understand. Frankie didn't get close enough to Silberduke's desk, I mean, so I couldn't make out what he was writing. In any case, where did you find the letter the morning after the victim was found dead? Oh, on a shelf, next to his desk, in a small letterbox. Ah, yes, right here. Next to his head, I was a teeny little bit scared, though, coming so close to a dead man. That's where she took the letter from. It was right next to the corpse, huh? As the circumstances are clear, I shall proceed to the cross-examination. Okay, 1 AM. But why would you come 1 AM to get a letter? It's pretty late to be making a delivery. Look, he's an alchemist. He gets loads of strange packages, that's why. He'd often order various implements from the glass craftsman or have someone gather wild herbs for him. He usually carried out the experiments at night, so yeah, he often needed items delivered in the middle of the night. Did Silberduke seem at all different than normal when you saw him at night? Different? Let me think. Actually, yes. Oh. I think it was about 3 days before Silberduke's death, I mean. That lightning strike.
Hang on!
I don't remember lightning. Oh, right, the clock tower thingy. Yeah. Excuse me, Miss Grail. Oh, what is it? Did anything in Miss Mailer's statement catch your attention? Well, just the lightning strike. Master Duke did certainly change following that event. I wonder why it affected him so much. An alchemist and the sudden appearance of an old bell tower. Could there be some sort of a connection between them? Oh no, maybe. Mayhaps. Anyway, it looks like Grail is as much in the dark about this as I am. By the way, the strange lightning strike was not the result of witchcraft. Huh? I see. Well, then let us carry on. What do you mean, Barnum? Here's my letter at the time. It will be ready soon, so come pick it up tomorrow morning. Ah! Bubby! You scared me! Oh my god, Bubby! Why does it sound so wet? What did you throw? Bubby! Ow! How you doing?
Hold it!
But hello! Hehe XD. You saw the letter he was writing? I told you before there were sheets of parchment with writing on them on his desk. I had a very quick look. There were so many sheets, the letter must have been very long. Then how can you explain the letter being blank now? It's just it. That's what I'd like to know as well. I wish I had some earplugs. Silberduke, he was holding a pen when I arrived at the delivery, so he was in the middle of writing. And also he told me to pick up the letter next morning. And then he left to study. Okay. Okay, then she left and she went home. Wait a minute. When you say the butler, you mean Miss Grail, of course. She was in the corridor carrying a tray.
Hang on!
Miss Grail, I'd like to ask you something. Oh, certainly. What is it? You said it previously, that you excused yourself and left Silberduke's study shortly after 1 AM. Yes, that is correct. However, according to Miss Mailer's testimony, the two of you came across each other while you were waiting outside that room. Why didn't you mention that until now? That's because I don't remember. I apologize. I'm afraid I completely forgot to mention it. Yeah. You forgot. Miss Mailer very often comes with deliveries during the night. I did see her that night as well, but I didn't think much of it, as it's nothing unusual. I had no reason to hide that from you. Please forgive me for the confusion. This kind of thing can happen. Human memory is no way perfect. I don't imagine there's a problem here, is there? No. No, not really. On the contrary, Your Honor. There's one more thing Miss Grail forgot to mention. What is it? I'd like to recall what Miss Mailer said about having met Miss Grail that night. Miss Grail, of course, she was in the corridor carrying a tray. Well, Miss Grail, losing Aram sucks. It does indeed. And Penny, you were carrying a tray at the time. What do you have to say about that? Nothing, because it's just a tray. Jean Grail, I believe you should add that to your testimony. As you wish, my lord. It's unlikely she really forgot about it. The fact she tried to hide it must mean something. Master's usual drink. Okay. She was bringing Master's usual drink. What do you mean by usual drink? When Master's experiment continued into late hours, he would always have some juice sort of sleepiness. What kind of juice? Tomato juice.
Hang on!
Is this the kids-friendly version of alcohol? Excuse me, mister? Mister. Bah! I know nothing about it. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nick. Witness. What have you done this time? Don't give me that scary look. Inquisitor Barnum. It was only just a little bit. Seriously, hardly anything at all. What are you talking about? Huh? What do you think I'm talking about? The juice, the tomato juice, of course. The tomato juice? Oh, you didn't. Surely even you wouldn't. Well, like I told you before, I think sorta overdid it a bit the previous night. When I woke up, my head was pounding. That's why I went to see the alchemist. But you know what happened? And when I was left alone in the alchemist study, it kinda caught me eye. The bottle, I mean. The tomato juice. I thought it might make the headache go away, you know? So you drank the juice at the crime scene. Well, why should I? It's a drink, ain't it? What else you think would you do with a drink? You drink it, right? And can you tell us where the bottle is now? Come to think of it, I don't remember seeing it at the crime scene. It has been confiscated. Confiscated. Sure it was. As I mentioned previously, the occult crime analysts confiscated all of Master's belongings from the crime scene. Is that so? Well, I believe you should take note of that bottle and add it to the court record. Yeah, so there I was having a bit of juice when the girl came around. To tell you the truth, I don't quite remember what happened after that. That's when he passed out, huh? Yeah, probably. I went there again the next morning as promised, so it was well. Anyway, I looked for the letter.
Hold it!
You took the letter from the crime scene. That's right, I took it. From the crime scene.
Objection!
Do you not realize that pinching evidence from a crime scene is itself a crime worthy of severe punishment? I mean, he could punch. Wait. Whoa. No. Well, it might be a crime, sure, but just look at the witch's defender. He's got to defend the witch using any dirty tricks at his disposal. Dirty tricks? What dirty tricks? It's the same for me, you know. I'm a courier, so come rain or shine, I've got to deliver. Where there's mail, there's mailer. I was inspired by the young lady's spirit that I kinda just had to help. Although inspired by her dedication, he betrayed a lack of concentration. It is entirely my fault that it came to that. Had I only been at the residence then. Blah. Gray was out notifying the knights at the time. Okay, went on the couch, so Emir, you know, did the dying swan. Okay, and then she left with the letter. He went out like a light? He must help me look for the letter, and then it happened, out of the blue. He just passed out, the rascal. He collapsed, and his eyes rolled back. He wouldn't move. Me after... me after the day of work. It almost sounds like he died. No such luck, unfortunately. She wishes him death. That horrible sound. He was grating his teeth. I thought my ears would explode. Yet not sure what came over me. Never happened to me before sleeping like that. You know, I didn't just fall asleep. More like I sort of blacked out, I guess. No idea why. Or you guys, what do you think? Any ideas? I think it bears no relevance. They have my honest answer. And I think it's good that I wasn't there. But the question is, why did he black out like that? I've got no idea. I've got evidence. I don't know which evidence, but I have evidence. Your Honor, I might have a clue as to why this witness suddenly lost consciousness. You do? Really? Did you work it out, Bluey? If that's the case, Mason's defense presents some evidence. Which piece of evidence shows this man fell unconscious? It can only be the bottle. Wait, help.
Take that!
Okay, yeah, it's a bottle, I think. Mister, I believe the reason you might have lost consciousness at the crime scene is tied to a certain piece of evidence. But was it just because, you know, I had a bit too much fun the night before? Him and having fun, what the fuck do you mean? No, it was because of this. The tomato juice. You passed out right after drinking this juice. Therefore, it's not unreasonable to assume that there's a different connection between the two. Tomato juice does not make people fall unconscious, Sir Blue Knight. Exactly, that's why something must have been added to the contents of that bottle. Something like... soporific, yeah, totally. Because alchemy and, you know... Makes sense. Presented tomato juice. You mean sleep medicine. And if soporific was mixed in with the tomato juice, that means Sabadook would have been unconscious at the time he was assailed. So no struggle. Oh! The sketch heaven's look! The red liquid trickling down from the victim's mouth is proof that Sir Balduke must have drank the tomato juice. I had failed to consider this. Inquisitor Barnum, I bet you remember saying this to the court. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly there should be some evidence of a struggle. Professor Schlonken, hi Rifus, how you doing? We still don't have Leighton back, I still feel sad. And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. However, If the victim was unconscious when his assailant was strangling him, then the killer could have committed the crime through a small portal, big enough to put the arms through after all.
Objection!
How are you doing, Rifus? How was work? That may be so, but tell me this. How would the culprit have managed to obtain such a strong soporific? Alchemy! It was very simple. And I think you realized why. Doing good. How about you guys? Doing good. Came from work earlier on. Had like 5 hours of work and still I'm, you know, awake. Sadly. From the alchemist. That's right. An alchemist would no doubt have a wide array of various medicaments in their possession, true. Alchemists are freaking crazy when it comes to items. And an apprentice would have little trouble stealing some of them from their study. Isn't that right, Miss Grail? How should I respond to that? I'm sorry to disappoint you. May perhaps be the best way to put it? What do you mean? Even though that juice bottle has been safely stored for the past 3 months, I'm positive it would be possible to find any trace of the soporific now. Especially people which make your life okayish. True. Okay, smack me. You wicked. This is unbelievable. Was it really the butler who did it? But everything she says holds true. She was pretending to be a boy. That's mighty suspicious to start with. Good old backslap across the face. Good old bitch slap for everyone, right? Is she a witch? Hold on, everyone. The butler couldn't have done that to Serbaduke. She would never ever do it. Oh, you played the Curious Village Day mobile? Nice. I don't have the mobile version, sadly. I only have the DS version. Huh. Please, let us testify just one more time. Miss Gray, let's tell them. Let's prove they're wrong. They have no idea how much you've done for Serbaduke. Miss Mailer. Finally finished Dragon Quest Nintendo DS collection, got all from 4 to 9. Oh, nice. Very well, I shall grant your request. Testify about the relationship between Miss Grail and Serbaduke. Why is Miss Mailer suddenly so against me being on the right path? The alchemist and his butler. Master took me in, a complete stranger. I will forever be indebted to him. That's why I could never make an attempt on his life, through magic or otherwise. Serbaduke was a wonderful man. He's the one who recommended this line of work to me. I have the DS version as well. Nice. And he's the one who taught me about it, the confidentiality obligation. I mean, I've never once broken it. Which one? Curious Village. It said Serbaduke evoked fear due to his him being an alchemist. However, he was also a man of admirable character who supported the townsfolk through his research. Why would anyone want to kill such a man? Bought 4 and 5 a few days ago, ripped 140 in my wallet. Dude, 140 euros down the drain? What do you mean? This question keeps haunting me, however how much I think about it. Witches need no reason behind their evil. That's what makes them witches. Now the defense may begin its interrogation. Already. Wait, I think I need a tissue. Like, I feel like my nose is kind of closed up. Oh, look who's on the house! The cute icon in this house. Oh no, don't look like that on me. Dude. I was looking at my bunny just now and saw him, you know, have fun. Give me a moment, please. It's not worth it to smack her. I mean, she's not even here right now, so you can't even smack Mom. Master took me and got a complete stranger. I've never been indebted to him.
Hold it!
I mean, reminds me of Layton taking in stray female characters, so yeah. How long has it been since you began serving Sir Balduke? I suppose it would be 5 years now. Before that, I'd lost everything. I had nothing and nobody left in this world. If you don't smack women, then make a mess in the household so they rage. She's not here! You lost everything. That's when Master Balduke helped me. And I mean, Sai does the homework or the household stuff. She won't be here for the next 4 weeks, or maybe even 5, I don't know. He kindly took me in and gave me the work. What did she go through before she started working for Balduke? She was an orphan. Maybe. I don't know, I think. Later when I was helping Master with his research, he even taught me how to read and write. True, women weren't allowed to do that back then, so yeah, lives up, yeah. I was able to live comfortably for so long, all because of Master. I don't know much about Grail, but she doesn't seem the type to kill someone she owes so much to. Everyone in this town knows how you served Sir Balduke. Now you may continue your testimony. All I want at the moment is go to the gym, polish the book, and find a publisher working on book 2. That's why I could never make an attempt on this life, through magic or otherwise. Will I get interrupted every 5 minutes from her? I mean, she didn't text me today, so hey! Hey! 1 day break again. You're claiming you had no reason to kill Sir Balduke. Yes, you can ask whoever you wish, and I'm sure they will say the same. That is so. It is widely known that Jean Grail was devoted to serving Sir Balduke. So you have the first 3 games. I mean, my favorite is still The Lost Future. Oh. And I don't know, I'm not sure which comes after that either. I don't know, Master? Oh! Ah! Fire! Wait,
Awesome _ objection is not following.
Awesome objection, thank you for the follow. I need a reminder to make the sound way quieter. Oh my ear. But hello, hope you're doing well. I love the objections. Yeah, but flight mode makes takes more data or not. But hello. It's difficult to imagine that she could brutally murder her respected master. Hi, how you doing? Ow, 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 ow. What did I do? Ow. Indeed, I am of the same opinion. Did you watch Nintendo Direct earlier? No, I did not. I just can't. I was working till 5 PM, then went shopping. Quickly ate, talked to my brother Sai. And then I was already streaming, so I didn't, sadly. I really wanted to. Did we have new Layton content? Did level 5 give us like a little drop of Layton? Please, I need to know. Because I have 10 days to be like a fucking meme. Which Ace Attorney games have you played? I started the first one. And I stopped in the middle of the first case. Hey! I'm a Layton girly, so I only watched Ace Attorney the first season as an anime. That's my knowledge of Ace Attorney. No Layton news, sadly. I want to kick level 5! I want Layton news! Dude! I slopped. Yeah, sadly. But still I want Layton news. I said it. Yeah. I mean, yes, level 5 was always open about it. I can't deny that, but oh my god. How can you put AI into a Layton game? Like, what the fuck, man? I visited Sir Duke on several occasions to inquire about this piece of evidence on that. And I must say, I felt there was a strong bond of trust between him and Miss Grail. Why is everyone supporting Grail like Jean? Do you think you can come up with a motive? Jealousy! A motive. Jean Grail's motive for murder. I didn't get Ace Attorney news either. I was hoping some ejection holded plot twist. But bad luck at Tokyo Game Show this September, true. The thing is, well, at least the new Layton game will come earlier than GTA 6. Yes! But, man, I would love some, you know, Layton hidden drop. Like, you know, in 10 days, there's a Layton anniversary, like, for the Curious Village. And... 19 years? 2007? Wait, did we... 2007? Wait. Am I now again drunk? I think it was 2007, right? Yeah, 2007, so nearly 19 years! Oh my god! Yeah, maybe next year, right? Maybe they will... you know, release late next year. I don't have much hope for this year anymore. It may be crazy, but I think GTA 6 won't come out. Something big will happen soon. Yeah, because some GTA 6 people were in a certain island, or at least in a certain list of certain island, apparently. So I feel like, yeah, we might not even get a GTA 6 at this point. There is a lot to conjure up. A small portal in the wall. The Epstein Island? Yeah. Apparently, I don't know if it was the CEO of Rockstar or someone of GTA 6. Like, someone working on GTA 6 at least is in the files. I mean, something big will happen overall. I got it in my guts. It's the red button! No! Then she killed Belduke, but what motive did she have? But for murder. So there's another motive. Leave it for now. Another motive. I don't know. I understand the defense presents evidence. Evidence to indicate Jean Grey's motive for murder? No. Wait, what? What's this about, Sir Blue Knight? Dude, have you seen the global economy? Of course something will happen over another Wall Street crash like 1929 and 2009. Yeah. Middle East is a fucking cluster warfare. I hope for a plop of crypto. I hope... Well, Bitcoin is kinda... Tupiduk's life was taken that day, that's a fact. However, was this actually the culprit's true objective? That's enough. I mean, Bitcoin was 100k now, and now 53k. I want to see the one under 1k. Then hack it. What? This is nonsense. Sir Duke was murdered. What other possible reason could there be besides someone wanting him dead? Okay. I'm fairly positive this piece of evidence will lead us to the culprit's real motive. Din, 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 din. Do you have a Nintendo Switch? Yes, a Switch 1. But only the light version. My brother Sai has a light and a normal Nintendo Switchy. Very well, the fans present evidence to indicate Jean Grey's motive for committing the crime. Yeah, I'm kinda screwed. Yeah. Brought to Baduk before Steph. Emir drank some of the juice the following day. Nope. Letter contains only blank sheets of parchment. Said his GameCube will be delayed on an uncertain time because of the way too expensive RAM. Oh my god, guys, the RAM is expensive. I have no idea. Use a hint coin cause I can't think right now. Oh, game. Mmm. One, two, three, or four, guys. I mean, the tomato... Like, why would she want the tomato juice, right? It can't be that good. 3, 2. So either the letter or the Talia Magica. I would say the letter, because we don't know what Baduk was writing in, right? Because Boxing was the Magica... No.
Take that!
Miss Grey had no reason for wanting to kill Sir Baduk. Boxing was the Magica... No. Madoka Magica, right? Objection! No! Hold it. However, there was another incident at night, which is related to this case. And I have an idea what it was. Objection! Another incident. I'm referring to this letter. Sir Baduk wrote a letter shortly before his death. Yet all we have here are some blank sheets of parchment. Fascinating. Are you saying maybe a witch used some kind of ink removing magic in that letter, Mr. Wright? You swapped the letter pieces out. No, the spell used by the witch was, of course, Godor. Godor! Let's go, Dor! Let's go to the state of the crime scene one more time. As you know from Miss Mailer's testimony, the letter was in the letterbox next to the victim's head. Ah, yes. It's in the sketch as well. The letterbox is on the far side of the shelf. Far left side. The point of note is the location of that letterbox. Unbelievable. Mr. Barnum seems to have noticed. The letterbox is within reach of the small portal conjured by the witch, behind the painting on the wall. Oh, indeed it is. I didn't notice, to be honest. And as Sir Baduk's butler, he would have known exactly where he keeps his letters. Yeah. Jean. I getcha. Indeed, Master Baduk would always keep his letters in that letterbox before posting them. You mentioned no such thing. She forgot again, right? Eh? Miss Grail, you created a portal with Godor, not with the intention of killing Sir Baduk. You were after this letter, weren't you? That's merely wild conjecture. I didn't even know about that letter at the time. You didn't? That's very strange. When Miss Mailer came by that night, Sir Baduk was busy writing that letter. And that's when you entered, carrying a bottle of tomato juice. Ah! Ah! There's no way you wouldn't have known that your master was writing a letter to someone. And you could have known even more than that. For instance, perhaps you knew what he was writing about. That's enough! I served Master Baduk as his butler, and never would have pried into his private affairs. Whatever it was, he wrote about it in his final letter to the storyteller. It is no concern of mine. No one said he went to the storyteller. No one said that. Your Honor. Yes, defense. I'd like Miss Grail's last statement to be added to her testimony. Any objections, Inquisitor Barnum? No, my lord. Very well. Witness, include what you just told us in your testimony. As you wish, my lord. If letter went to who? Letter went to who? I had no reason to take his life, nor steal his letter to the storyteller.
Hold it!
Let me get this straight. You didn't know anything about the victim's letter. That's right. I believe I have said as much already. Then how did you know? How did you know it was addressed to the storyteller? Ah, indeed. You screwed up. Why don't you answer his question, witness? It's true this letter is addressed to the storyteller. But when did you find out about it? Oh, I've spoken about the murder with many people over the past 3 months.
Hang on!
Did you? Excuse me, Miss Mailer? Oh! Ah, my ear. I thought I caught off guard, but it's a screech that caught me off guard. Is there perhaps anything you'd like to add to Miss Grail's testimony? No, not really. In that case, let me ask you a different question. Did you tell Miss Grail about Sabaduke's letter? You did, right? You just say, yeah, I did, just to save her, right? I don't know. Do not beat about the bush, witness. Answer the question. If I may briefly interrupt. I'm testifying right now. If you wish to question Miss Mailer, please do so once you have finished interrogating me. She's not going to let me question Mailer, from the looks of it. And if she's so keen to prevent her from answering, this might just be a critical point in the testimony. I've got to find another way of fishing for the information. Witnesses, continue testifying. Sabaduke was a wonderful man. He's the one who recommended this line of work to me.
Hold it!
You mean you became a courier because of Sabaduke? That's right. I was also a, what do you call it, an orphan. Sabaduke was the second worst thing happening to her. It means I've been stealing bread or apples and such from stalls and shops to survive. I was known far and wide among the traders in the shopping area. I was famous, or rather infamous. Was she stealing from Miss Eclair too? And one day Miss Grail took me there, to Sabaduke's residence, I mean. Sabaduke helped me. He helped me to find a suitable job. And she became a courier. Yes! See, I only had one real skill. I'm light-footed. At first I didn't take it seriously, the job I mean. I didn't care about work. But then I realized that it's not so bad to be useful, you know, to other people. So I owe him a lot too, you see. Sabaduke, I mean. What a heartwarming story. I think the judge just wiped away a tear with the rim of his hood. What the fuck? The more you hear about Sabaduke, the more obvious it will become that no one had any reason to want to kill him. It sure doesn't seem that way. Except there was something in the letter little Jean doesn't want to talk about. Just saying. Obligation.
Hold it!
Are you sure? The confidentiality obligation is the rule head among couriers, is that right? Oh yes, next video we're gonna have rain. Do we? Wait, but. Gonna get slippery then. Oh, tomorrow even. Oh, then need to go early to the city. Fuck. Yes, a courier must not disclose the contents of a letter, nor the names or nor address of its sender and recipient. But I tell you confidentially that I love gossiping, bad-mouthing people especially. Please. I can make you up when you go to the gym, maybe. Yeah. Though I wasn't confident I could keep it, so the confidentiality obligation, I mean, I was tempted to talk about this and that. To think that Belduke trusted her. But then Sabaduke spoke to me. He told me this. Think about how you feel in that person's place. And that got me thinking. I really like to gossip, but when it comes to being gossiped about, people's messages are their secrets. And secrets must be kept. Indeed. No one would want their letters to be publicly known. I mean, as a German person, we know where that ended, right? She's certainly determined when it comes to confidentiality. That's why she doesn't want to disclose the addressee of Belduke's letter. I'm not going to get it out of her. I promise, Silverduke. I'm going to keep it no matter what. The promise, I mean. It's something I can pride myself on, right? Gray may not have had a motive to murder Belduke, but after Ghost Mifune is dead. I see you on Saturday. See you soon. See you soon, Martin. Martin. Have fun. Have a chill Thursday and Friday till Saturday. So did the letter succeed? I don't know. Did the letter suck? What if she used the pot spell to obtain the letter? Depending on the contents of the letter, that might prove to have been her motive. I wonder what Silverduke wrote about in that letter. There's only one way to find out. Need to get Grail to admit that she got hold of that letter. I'm worried, Mr. Wright, of what's lying ahead. My feeling's mutual. We have to see it through. I've got to pursue the truth. Okay, but I still don't know what I need to do right now, cause yes, we need to have like her be like, oh, I had the letter in my hand. Press. I need to take his life nor steal his letter to the storyteller.
Hold it.
Okay, let's press. Nimigat says you didn't know anything about the victim's letter. Right! Cause you shouldn't be going for Mela, cause Grail is like, leave her alone, right? I kind of forgot about it. That's right, I believe I have said this much already. Then, how did you know? How did you know it was addressed to the storyteller? Leave Brittany alone! Leave Mela alone! It's Brittany, bitch! Ah, indeed. Why don't you answer this question, witness? It's just letters addressed to the storyteller. But when did you find out about it? I've spoken about the murder with many people over the past 3 months. Okay. Okay, it's saying nothing. Okay. Everyone has been very kind to me. They also have taught me all sorts of things. I must have heard about it for someone at some point. Touches Brittany. That incident was certainly much talked about. Would you not agree, Defense? Does the testimony hold together? There's a contradiction, yeah. There is a huge contradiction in Miss Grell's testimony. Listen here, you little shit. Brittany is mine. Are you becoming very predictable, Sir Blue Knight? If there's contradiction, I hope you have evidence to prove it. Please, I need to draw Barnum. Barnum is so... Oh. Neo free $80. What the fuck? Yeah. I was like, oh, Neo, nice. And then I saw $80. I was like, not so nice. Here's my chance. There's only one way to expose this contradiction. I can't present evidence. The defense has no intention of presenting evidence. What? The proof that there is a contradiction cannot be found in the court record. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? The professor pointed it out to me in the previous witch trial. In this court, an attorney's arsenal isn't limited to the court record. Fuck you. Each of the witnesses in this trial has given their own account of what occurred. Therefore, whenever one witness has testified, the other remaining witnesses have listened. Should one witness' testimony differ from another's testimony, then... I suppose that in itself can also be considered a contradiction, can it not? We'll play the shit out of Dragon Quest VII Remake on the weekend. Have fun! Juxtaposing contradictory testimonies from different witnesses is the key. Miss Grail. Huh? Okay, you know, for the free Master Shadow drop. But there's another big thing coming about Fallout. There was like the one website thingy, there was like a timer ticking down. Your testimony contradicts another one that we've heard today in this court. Must Topian, complete stranger, I will forever be indebted to him. Sabaduk was a wonderful man. He's the one who recommended me this line of work. And he's the one who told me about his confidentiality obligation, I mean.
Objection!
Yay! Thank you, Luke! Thank you, Speller! Yeah, all thought at the time was a shadow drop. Yeah, I thought so too, but apparently it's something else. Did you know that there was a QR code in Persona 5 in some castle and you scanned it, you got an application form to work for them? I know that Atlas sometimes on their homepage searches for workers, but sadly I don't have the degree for it, I think. It was just a Google Maps like walkthrough of the Lucky 33 casino. Oh, really? It was a single word that gave you away, Miss Grail. But they said that Fallout 3 Remaster will be a shadow drop, and it's New Vegas as well. So, hype. What do you mean by that? The name of the recipient. There were only a few people who knew the intended recipient of that letter. 4 people to be precise. Only 4 people? First was Sabaduk, the author of the letter, obviously. Then it was Miss Mailer who delivered it. And of course the storyteller, its recipient. As well as one more person. The one who stole the letter using a portal spell and swapped it with the blank sheets of parchment. The witch. Maybe I did. Maybe I spilled the beans. About the letter, I mean. Maybe I told the butler. You said what? Well, because you see, me and the butler are sort of friends. And it was about our dear Sir Balduke. I feel like I might have told her about it after all. See? If I did, that's how she knew. About the recipient, I mean.
Objection!
Stop changing your story, girl. I understand that you are friends with Miss Grail and you want to help her out. But I've got a piece of advice, Miss Mailer. You shouldn't lie, even for a friend. Huh? Remember your testimony? The only reason for me to stream DQ 11 would be to make Gamba streams. You told us about the curious duty to keep the details of letters confidential. And you have also testified that you have never broken the obligation. Remember? Ah.
Objection!
Hold on, just a minute. As the victim's butler, Jean Grail might have had a chance to catch a glimpse of the envelope.
Objection!
Yeah, well, she did. Possibly. No, she didn't. When Miss Mailer came with the delivery, Sabaduk was still writing that letter. In fact, he was in the middle of it. At the time, the letter had not been addressed yet. And the next morning, when the body was discovered, the letter was already in the letterbox. Keep in mind that Miss Grail would have had no opportunity to see it then either. Is that so? She went to report the crime without even setting foot in the study. And then Miss Mailer appeared and retrieved the letter. Needless to say, Miss Grail couldn't have learned of the letter's recipient afterwards. Oh, Jean! Maybe you have a good explanation, Miss Grail. I would very much like to hear one. Can you please tell the court how you found out the recipient's name? Mr. Wright. Yes. Do you remember what I said when I was called to the witness stand? The Slime Gamba game is just poggers. Yes. At the heart of alchemy lies the pursuit of the root and logic that govern nature. You have demonstrated the power of your own logic. Miss Grail? Are you saying? Yes, I confess. The upon which who used the spell Godot to swap the contents of that letter, and who took the life of Master Balduke. It was none other than I. I could play it, but first I'm gonna enjoy Potion Craft a bit more. It's a good game, and I enjoy Potion Craft. It's a good game. I need cozy, comfy games. Yes. That's why I play this game. I was an only child born to a poor family. I've been a witch since I was very little. When did I become aware of it? I don't remember. Although I was but a young child, I knew that being a witch was a crime. That's why I hid my witch's scepter and wouldn't use magic at all. To be honest, I want to do F8 again. Damn. My father worked as a bricklayer. He toiled every day, but we could hardly make ends meet. One winter day, we couldn't afford to pay the rent. We were going to lose the house. My mother was in the tears, and my father was sitting with his head down, wordless.
I want money for Mummy and Daddy.
Oh, stop! That day, I suddenly remembered about the witch's scepter that I had hidden. The Goldor spell. I thought I'd try it just once, casting the spell. But at the time, I had no idea what an irreversible mistake that would be. Even though no one told me, I knew from the very beginning what magic I was able to use. How? Oh, gemstones, right. What should I turn into gold? I was thinking maybe about it. I was thinking about it really hard, the little girl that I was. Something that wouldn't stand out, that could be taken for a work of art. Then I decided I'd choose a pretty leaf that had fallen into our garden. But it wasn't the right thing to do after all. I was terribly punished for using magic, even just the once. Punished? Well, look, 2 is pretty chill and funny. Yeah? In what way were you punished? I placed the leaf down in the back garden and cast a spell, but then... Margaret suddenly walked in front of me. Margaret? My closest childhood friend. Margaret. Right before my eyes, she was turned into gold. Oh, dear me. So waiting for my first draft to arrive. I screamed and cried, but I knew I couldn't ask anyone for help. If anyone had seen it, they would have known it was the work of magic, and I knew Margaret wasn't coming back. That's terrible. Then my mother and father's faces flashed before my eyes. We may have been very poor, but we were always happy together. Had I been captured as a witch, I feared my parents probably wouldn't be safe either. That thought tormented me more than anything, and so I made a decision. I decided to end my own life. Oh fuck. I threw myself into the river near the town. It was winter and the water was as cold as ice. My book's so fast and I cleaned up the spelling errors and all that on BOD as a book. I think this year will be a good year for games as well. I think so too, actually. I couldn't even move, it was painful, my consciousness started to drift away. Good year of games. There isn't another E33 coming, nor new Final Fantasy. Dude, I don't want to hear Final Fantasy ever in my ears again. The next thing I knew, I was in Master Baduk's residence. He risked his own life, jumping into the freezing river to save me. I burst into tears and told him everything. I didn't want to go back home. It would only end up causing my parents grief. Master Baduk listened to me without interrupting, and then he told me this.
You can stay here, but from now on, you must live as a boy.
I mean, it's just Square Enix is turning into AI slop Enix, so yeah, no thank you. And I mean, the Final Fantasy VII remake, yeah, it looks okay, but the main issues I had with Final Fantasy VII, they didn't fix and just made more plot holes, where I'm like, dude, how can you remake a game and give me even more plot holes than before? Master Baduk met with my parents and explained everything to them. They were very sad, but they agreed to it. It would be best if I didn't return home. Poor Miss Grace, it must have been so awful for her. Issues yellow arrows where to go next. That as well, like what the fuck. Master bought the house for my parents so they wouldn't have to worry about paying rent anymore. As for Margaret, turned to gold, he brought it to his residence. He knew that if anyone saw her, they would report an incident of witchcraft. And this Miss Margaret, is she still in that golden state? Yes, she is. That's strange. Res even 9 the next few days. Less than 20 days or something? Maybe like 18 days, I think it comes out. Was it the 23rd? I don't know, like it comes out the next few days. We have received no reports of anyone by that name having gone missing. FF7 Rebirth is very nice overall, but I hated one thing, it had way too much side stuff. Damn. Margaret is being kept in the basement under Master's study. The basement? The sheep! The goat! Correct me if I'm wrong, but this Margaret, is she a... Yes, my dear friend. Was a goat that we were keeping at our house. A goat? Until then, Master Belduc had mainly been researching medicine. But since the incident with Margaret, he became known as an alchemist. So that's when he became an alchemist. I was wondering why the goat was the only thing not covered in dust. That's how I started a new life as Master Belduc's butler. So Belduc would sometimes work as a physician, curing the townspeople of their illnesses. As his assistant, you were also shown commitment to helping the townspeople through your work. I forgot about being a witch and was able to live happily at peace with everyone. I thought it could stay like that forever. But then why go for Layton? But those peaceful days came to an abrupt end. Tell us, what in the world was the cause? Even I'm not quite sure what led to this. However, it all started 3 months ago with that lightning strike in the bell tower. Bing! It's here. Master Belduc and I were on our way back home, carrying specimens for experiments. An old bell tower appeared in the flames. Everyone who saw it was stupefied. Stupid! But the expression on Master Belduc's face was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. What do you mean? His face went pale and twisted in sheer terror. He was shaking violently. It wasn't just astonishment at an unusual phenomenon. It seemed as if he was afraid of something more concrete. Perhaps Sir Belduc saw something that others couldn't. He cancelled his experiments for that night and began writing a letter to someone. A letter. I found out about it when I brought him his bottle of tomato juice. Who was drinking tomato juice? Still! He was writing feverishly, as if he were possessed. Dude, I saw some things. A few words in that letter. Expose everything. Cannot keep the secret any longer. The truth about the witch. That's why she wanted him gone. Master Belduc was going to confess that I was a witch. Well, too bad. THXD. Everything went black in front of my eyes. I will never forget the feeling that overwhelmed me at the moment. Is that when you decided to commit the crime? What I did first was accidentally singe a part of the wall in my room. I wanted an excuse to repaint that section of the wall green. Then you also painted the wall behind that painting in Sir Belduc's study. And when that fateful night came, I used a syringe to inject a soporific through the cork into the bottle of tomato juice. So many thoughts were running through my head. as I wished Master a good night. But she could have just poisoned him, like no need to strangle this poor man. I opened the portal behind him. He was right there in front of me, asleep. I reached for the letter in the letterbox, taking care not to wake him. And then, I happened to notice the name on the envelope. Storyteller. When I read that name, the world all around me turned black once more. It's impossible to avoid what is written by the storyteller. It seemed as if I could hear the doors to all escape routes shutting close. It was a son of despair. I would like you to believe me that the thought of taking Master Balduk's life never once occurred to me. I only planned to steal that letter and then disappear. But as I looked upon Master sleeping there in front of me, at a moment I felt an evil presence awaken within me. Why did he save my life? And why did he betray me? Before I realized what I was doing, my hands were already clutching his neck. He didn't move at all, so I kept on clenching his neck. Okay, you don't need to be this graphic about it, game. That's it. That's the truth about what happened 3 months ago. Well, she fucked up, I guess. I mean, she confessed, so, bye. Burn the flames of hell. There was one thing I failed to understand. Yes? You said you wanted to run away once you had stolen the letter. Yet despite that you continued to live in Sir Balduk's residence, and now here you stand. Why did you not run away? Trying to punch Lillian, so tough. Yeah, I can imagine. My life had been thrown to disarray due to the absurdity of magic. I had learned all about alchemy, living at Master's residence. Alchemy is concerned with the logic that governs the world. I wanted to believe that there truly was such a thing. So I stayed at that place, hoping to one day see the irrational nature of magic overcome by the power of reason. Magic being overcome by reason. That night, I swapped the letter with blank sheets of parchment and waited for the sun to rise. I resolved to wait for the day when my true identity could be exposed through reason and logic. Master's death remained a mystery for 3 months and people started to lose interest. And then you appeared, Mr. Right? Uh-oh. On the day you visited the residence, I was listening to your conversation from the other room. Has the time finally come for me? My heart was racing with anticipation. Then, a few minutes after everyone entered that room, an unbelievable incident took place. That incident. A witch appeared. In Master's study. What? I wanted to get a good look at the witch, so I created a portal in the wall behind the painting. Precisely at that moment. Goldor. The witch used one of the various spells that I can use too. Using a bit of spitwell polishing helps a lot. I don't think it will happen writing a book, Raifus. When I heard those words, a single thought flashed through my mind. This was my chance. I could dispose of my witch's scepter. For a text document? I knew at the time what kind of a witch the Inquisition would be looking for. A witch that can use Thermalia and Goldor. It occurred to me that I only needed to change one of the magic gems. I had previously found that the Thermalia gem was purple. I realized that if I swapped the Goldor magic gem for my amethyst, I could pin the blame for my crime on that other witch. So you changed one of the gems and threw the witch's scepter into that room. Is that correct? Exactly.
Objection!
Sure, spit on the screen, polish your screen, maybe you will get an idea. Wait a minute, Jean Grail. The statement of yours is highly problematic. How so, Christopher Barnum? Yes, you're right. Can someone explain to me what this is about? Yes, same. I am a witch indeed. A sinful creature that killed the person to whom she owed her life. However, regarding the gentleman standing next to you, Mr. Wright, I have ideas. He may have fallen victim to a witch, but that witch was not me. Ah. Oh. Wait, what? See, it worked. If I want to have idea, I go to IKEA, right? Order. Order. Order in the court. What in the? I didn't spit at my screen, but you spit somewhere else. But I did. What is the meaning of this? Jean Grey admits killing Sir Badook, but not turning Sir Leighton into gold. We can sell Leighton! It's the gist of it, my lord. But lying about it is meaningless. Lying? Just being a witch is a crime in itself. And the punishment for that crime is the same, regardless of whether she took one person's life or two. That's why there's no point in lying about it. I'm sure that's what the judge is thinking. Gradle is still claiming she never laid her finger on the professor. But if there's no point in lying, does that mean she must be telling us the truth? So in that case, who's responsible for what happened to the professor? I blame Luke. If it wasn't hers, then who was it? Grail? Mind if I say something? Oh god, the neighbor. Take a hint, witness. Does it feel like this is the right moment for you to talk? Yeah, well, that's kind of why I was staying quiet until now. But, as I said, now or never. Do not simply fall silent after saying that. It only makes it weigh on my mind more. Whatever did you want to say? Yikes. Oi, Bluey! Yes? I need to make sure about something. Me head's not what it used to be, you know? Yes. The alchemist butler, Lady Butler, she slipped sleep aids into his drink. Yes. That's correct. She laced his tomato juice with it. And then she strangled the alchemist afterwards. Yes. Silverdew was unconscious from the sleep medicine, so he didn't resist. That explains why we found no signs of a struggle at the crime scene. Yeah, about that. I let it slip earlier about what I did at the crime scene. Right. I told you that, I had a few sips of that juice. And the sleep medicine mixed in made you sleep like a log. Yes, we remember. Yeah, well, here's the thing. This is just between us, okay? You see, when I appropriated that juice, the juice bottle was, well, still unopened. It was unopened. Me throat was parched and I wasn't thinking straight. The brand new bottle was just there, waiting for me with a corkscrew conveniently laid next to it. I couldn't just let that go to waste. I swiftly put out the cork and got a drink. What? So in case you don't get what I'm getting at, the alchemist didn't have a single drop of the juice with the sleep medicine. Huh? What? I'll go to bed. Have a good rest stream. Thank you. Good night, Rifle. Sleep well. Witness, you went to the trouble of opening a bottle found at the crime just to drink its suspicious contents? That's what I've been telling you. I was dying of thirst. That doesn't justify what you've done.
Objection.
The Inquisition shall deal with this witness after the trial. He will find out what it means to be dying of thirst in a more literal meaning. However, let us not waste any more time with him now. The witch has confessed to her crimes. There's no need to investigate Silverduke's death any further. Indeed, you are right, Inquisitor. Her role is so latent, it's that it's not entirely clear, but the person who kills her protector to whom she owes her very life can be nothing other than a witch. Alright. The court has sufficient grounds to sentence her as such. Change if you think this, but man, if he's bad, too much like not good enough, it sucks. Damn. But it's okay, fine. Balduc didn't drink the juice that night. No, if that's true, there's one thing that doesn't add up.
Mr. Wright, I have to say there's something about this that's bothering me. I'm sure there's a contradiction lurking in the man's testimony.
I should lose myself, my identity of the book, my voice. Maybe you should wait a few more days then. You think so, Luke? Can I really turn a blind eye to that? Okay, let's investigate for the contradiction. Mister, you're saying you opened the tomato juice bottle? What's a claim? Contradicts a certain piece of evidence. What? Depends on a word of you. Yes, Your Honor. At this point, your client's innocence has already been established. So whether there's a contradiction in that man's testimony or not should no longer be of any of your concern. That may be so, Your Honor, but even though I'm here to defend the accused, the true duty of any attorney is to uncover the truth behind what happened. My job's not done until there are no more contradictions left. Dude, why is this trial so long? Very well. Sir Blue Knight, let us hear about this contradiction you have discovered. Just making sure I'm having, you know, enough credibility. The bottle was first opened by that guy, meaning Balduc didn't drink any of it. That means there's one piece of evidence that should be very difficult to explain. Oh, the red thing on the slips. I would like to hear about this contradiction too. The defense shall present evidence. Where's contradiction in this witness having been the one who opened the juice bottle?
Take that!
Oh. The contradiction can be seen in one of the sketches of the crime scene. In one of the sketches? Please take a look at Sir Balduc's mouth. We can see a line of red liquid trickling down from his mouth. Yes, well, we have already established that it was the tomato juice. Oh! It was blood. Exactly, Your Honor. Balduc didn't drink any of the tomato juice that night.
Objection!
Which means there's only one other possibility. That red line is, as we thought first of all, blood. So Balduc must have tried to fight back the assailant and bit his tongue in doing so.
Objection!
I didn't say that. Never would have the same feeling even for several years. Damn. Then I don't know how to help then. Unfortunately, that would only bring us back to the problem we encountered earlier. Earlier? If the victim had put up a fight, then there should have been traces of a struggle at the crime scene, and yet no such traces were found. That's what made you assume the witch must have used Thermalia. Yes, that is so. As explained before, Master Balduc didn't struggle at all at the time. When I think about it now, in light of the new information, it was very unnatural. The victim didn't drink this soporific yet. Didn't struggle. But what does this mean? If it's not tomato juice nor blood brought about through a struggle with the murderer, then what else could it be? Since the tomato juice, we have to assume it's blood after all. Yeah, right, it's gotta be that. We have ruled out the possibility that the victim bit his tongue while struggling with the attacker. Indeed. There's got to be a different reason for the blood being there. He must have suffered internal bleeding that's somehow connected to his death. But what could have caused it? A stroke. It was a stroke, amen. Your Honor. If I may ask one question. Question? To whom? If I just clarify this one suspicion, I may be able to explain the blood shown in the sketch. If I need to question one person in particular. No? Barnum, Grail, Emir. Why Barnum? Maybe that's like a throw out thing, but maybe Grail? Maybe asking what he drank before, or if he had any you know, issues. Well then, I have a question for Miss Grail. Yes, Mr. Wright? Oh, there's a crime. Did anything go missing from the crime scene? Missing? Such as the tomato juice that a certain person drank, do you mean? Yeah, something like that. But there was anything else? I'm afraid I cannot say. You may remember that I didn't enter Master Studies that day, not even once. If I may be so about to ask a suggestion, to make a suggestion, blah. Perhaps it would be wiser to ask someone who went into Master Study. She's right. I try again. Your Honor, please let me ask just one more question. I hope that this time you will think about what to say before opening your mouth. Okay, it's either Barnum or Mia. Barnum, we don't know if she was there. We know that the knights were there, but it doesn't mean that Barnum has to be there, right? Okay, no, he has to be there. He's an Inquisitor. The witch trial. Oh. Let's go for Mia for now. Mister, can I ask you something? Yeah? Look at that scary look, Bluey. I know nothing. Nothing at all. I've got nothing to tell. Emia's as innocent as a little lamb. But is his confidence more than a sham? You better off without that part. Yeah. You drank the tomato juice that was at the crime scene, right? Don't keep asking me about it over and over again. So what if I did? Then I have another question for you. Did anything else disappear from the crime scene that day? Emir. Dude, just say yes or no. Nah, I did not say anything.
Objection!
Witness, just what have you done this time? You look like a dog caught making a mess on the carpet. Oh, wouldn't you know, Barnum? Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know about anything going missing. I'm innocent, please believe me. Truth could drown in his swimming eyes. Some tell lies well, others cannot tell lies. Looks like my gut feeling was right. He took something from the crime scene. Again. First Layton's arm, now this. Dude. Something could be directly connected to that red liquid around Belduke's mouth. Or he did kiss Belduke before leaving. We don't know. What on earth did that man steal from the crime scene? A certain item disappeared from the crime scene that day. And at this very moment, it's highly likely that this item is right in front of our own eyes. What? It's here? Isn't that right, mister? Is it? I have no idea. The poison bottle! The thing he drank last trial. Defend our audio to show us what this item is. The item that this witness took from the crime scene.
Got it.
It's this bottle. The bottle. Miss Grail, I'd like you to clarify something for me. What would that be, Mr. Wright? Belduke was working on creating certain medicines. He had various dangerous substances in his possession as well. How were they stored? Master kept in a locked medicine cabinet. The bottles were labeled so that it was clear that they were dangerous. They have all been confiscated. As for those labels, did they resemble the label on that guy's bottle? Mister, what are you doing with a product of Master's research? It's not what you think. I didn't have any evil intentions or nothing. The bottle belonged to Master, and it was used to store strong poison. Poison strong enough to kill. Poison? What? The red liquid trickling down Subaduk's mouth was definitely blood. Now, as for what caused him to bleed like that from his mouth, it was a deadly poison from the bottle this guy stole from the crime scene. This is outrageous. What? Would make sense, right? He wrote that letter and then decided to, I'm gone. Order! 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 Oh! Do you expect me to just keep quiet? It was poison? Poison! Am I gonna die?
Objection!
Just wait and see. Time will tell. Yeah, I guess. More importantly, I want to know why you have that bottle. Huh? Well, that's, remember how I told you I drank the alchemist's tomato juice? Indeed, that's something easy to forget, especially having heard it several times. Well, that was when I saw it on the floor, this bottle right here. It was totally empty and I thought, you know, it's such a fancy looking bottle and all. I'm a bit of a skull fancier. They have this air of danger about them, right? They certainly do. So since it was there and I was there too, I felt we're kinda meant for each other. Yay! I thought this bottle was so classy I could die for it. What the fuck? Had any poison been left in the bottle, you would have died instantly. But if it was empty, it was probably harmless. Oh, he said I'm gonna live! Good thing I rinsed well before use. But if the victim was killed by poison, that raises a new question, of course. Who could have poisoned him? Considering all the evidence and the testimonies we've heard today, the answer's so close I can taste it. Subaduk was poisoned by himself! It was, of course, Subaduk himself. Subaduk himself? Subaduk took that poison of his own will. His death was suicide.
Objection!
Why? What's it to object? It's preposterous. Is suicide inconceivable?
Objection!
Think about it, Inquisitor. That would explain the most unnatural aspect of his death. The most unnatural aspect? Miss Grayle, when you were strangling Subaduk, he put up no fight whatsoever, is that correct? Yes, it is. Until today, I was convinced it was due to the sleep medicine. It wasn't, because he didn't take any. The truth is, when you gripped his throat, Subaduk was already dead. He had poisoned himself. But would the poison have caused him to bleed from his mouth? I personally know of no poison that works instantly and causes such symptoms. Oh, you don't? I just tell them that it happens on TV all the time. There are certain plants in this area that contain a highly poisonous substance. In the course of his research, Subaduk found a way to extract that poison. What am I hearing? Is there really such a dangerous plant in Labyrinthia? The poison is very bitter to taste, so it would be impossible to secretly slip it into someone's food or drink. And it would cause internal damage. It is a very powerful poison. Drinking it would induce a most painful death. And do you think Subaduk could... Gulp, 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 gulp. But did Subaduk really choose such an agonizing death for himself? It doesn't seem like he suffered that much. I would like to know that too, Miss Grail. You mean to say Master killed himself after exposing me as a witch? I cannot believe it. He just wouldn't commit suicide. Indeed, we cannot take such a theory at face value. Had he committed suicide, I dare say he would have left a suicide note. That was a letter! I can't say why Sabulu committed suicide, but I think there's a piece of evidence that can confirm a suicide was a possibility. There's a piece of evidence like that? It's a letter. If you have such evidence, you ought to present it to the court immediately. Present the evidence indicating that Sabulu's death could have been a suicide, yeah.
Take that!
That's Sabulu's letter. Let's see, it was addressed to the storyteller, wasn't it? This is the last letter written by Sabulu. Now, if his death was a suicide, this letter may well be a suicide note.
Objection!
Why? Why, Barnum? Why? What we have here is nothing more than blank sheets of parchment. Whether or not there was a suicide note is something we cannot speculate about. That's right. But there's one person who knows whether this letter was really a suicide note. You mean the person who swapped its contents? In other words, you, Jean Grail. Witness, you stole Sabulu's letter on the night of the crime. Tell us what was written in it. I don't know. What, you don't know? I did see the letter, yes. But I don't know what its contents were. You mean you have not read it? I couldn't bring myself to read it. It seemed that if I did, everything that had happened since Master Barduke saved my life would be ruined in an instant. I've taken it out and held it in my hands many times, but no matter what, I just couldn't. Miss Grail, can you tell us where that letter is now? I have it here. Oh, you're carrying it around with you? If you were searched, you would have been done for. That night, having killed Master Barduke, I decided to stay in his residence. I knew my identity would be revealed sooner or later, and I was ready for it. So, until that time, I decided to always keep the letter with me. Milord. Yes, witness? If you don't mind, could you please read it aloud? Now that I'm here, in this place of judgment, I think I'm finally ready to hear what Master wrote.
Hold it!
Why, Nick? Why?
Miss Grayer, I think you should be the one to read it.
Me?
Sir Belduke wrote this letter to the storyteller as he was preparing to die. I think it's only right his last words should be read by you.
Yes, you're right. I see.
Alrighty.
I understand. Please allow me to read the letter aloud. My dear friend, I hope you will be able to forgive me for leaving this world of my own will. I have finally made this decision, having seen that accursed bell tower
appear in the flames on that dreadful night. That lightning was a sign that we have angered the gods. What I have done cannot be forgiven. I can never escape from it. For the past few days, I have been thinking that it might be best to simply expose everything. This town's secret, the truth about the witch. Of course, I understand that secrets need to be kept. However, I have grown very tired. I'm afraid I cannot keep the secret any longer. I have only two concerns. The first is my daughter.
Huh?
It pains me to be leaving her alone in this world, although she probably doesn't think of me as her father.
A daughter?
I was not aware that Sir Belduke had a daughter.
Mr. Belduke seemed to know a lot about this town. This town's secret, and the truth about the witch.
Truth about the witch? Somehow I don't think he was talking about Miss Grey Earl.
Oh. The second matter, weighing heavily on my mind, is that Jean will be left on her own.
Seeing her growing up, so strong and righteous, in defiance of her fate, had given me hope. A short while ago, she brought me my usual, and what will be my last, drink. There are so many things I wanted to tell her, but I could only manage a thank you. She is a very sharp child. Had I said any more, she would have caught on. You could call me a selfish man, but I didn't wish my last memory of her to be a sad one.
Master Belduke. If the fate handed to her by this town has made her life an ordeal until now, I hope from the bottom of my heart that a wonderful story awaits her next. I intend to leave my residence to her, and I would like you to look out for her.
Alas, it is time for me to put my pen down. My dear friend, what I truly wish to express to you is too complicated for words. I hope one day you will understand, but for now I bid you farewell. The time has come for me to go.
Well, damn.
This letter, it wasn't a denunciation of me being a witch.
Master Belduke cared about you until the very end.
Yes, how could I have forgotten? I'm sure I knew it all along.
Oh my god, hi, Hyacinth.
So why did I? How could I have done that to him?
How you doing? Miss Grail. Milord? What is it, Inquisitor Barnum? I think it is about time. For the guilty verdict. Guilty? The Inquisition withdraws the charges against Maya Fey and charges Jean Grail with being a witch. But what about the professor? As evidence corroborates this accusation and she even admits her guilt. Hence, the Inquisition asks that the witch be found guilty and punished immediately.
Objection!
Welcome to my music, which I listen to. I'm in a deep depression once again. No depression! No depression, Sint. Not so fast, Inquisitor Barnum. What do you want now, Sir Blue Knight? Yes. No! I didn't allow you to be depressed. Immediately, Miss Grey did attempt to strangle Sir Duke, but he had consumed a deadly poison and was already dead at the time. Therefore, she's not guilty of murder, but she's still a witch! And one more thing. It also was Miss Grey who turned Professor Layton into gold. There was another witch present at the crime scene. The defendant Maya saw her too. To put it simply, Miss Grey didn't kill anyone. And yeah, she didn't kill anyone. Maya, no. And yet, you still want to burn her? Maya. But it has a sherry on top. No. Do you even know how it feels to be put in this cage? And the whipped cream. Ooh. And some Baileys. It's like everyone's against you and it's super frightening. I'm not a witch. But I've been thrown in this cage and almost sentenced for something I didn't do. And now you're about to do the same to another person? That's just not right. I mean, it's their town. And, you know, he's just enforcing the law. Is that all you have to say? Huh? The one who's in the wrong is not me, but you, Sir Blue Knight. Whether the witch committed a crime or not is completely irrelevant. This is a witch's court. All witches must be punished by fire. But that's crazy. Crazy. Why? Why, Barnum? He's just enforcing the law. Inquisitor Barnum is absolutely right. Being a witch is a crime. You understand that, don't you, Miss Grayle? Yes. Very well then. The court is ready to issue the final verdict. Maya Fey is found innocent. And in her place, Jean Grayle is found guilty of being a witch and shall be cast into the fire.
No, you can't.
Oh, we can, baby.
Hold it!
He's still like polishing his book, I think. Or maybe he's lying in bed. I don't know. Maybe both.
Please, hold the verdict!
Espella?
What is it now, Espella Cantabella?
Can't.
There is nothing else we can do. This is the course of things, and you should know it well.
Indeed, all witches shall be cast into the flames. That is the law of this town. A law that was written by your very own father. And furthermore, a law that has always been obeyed in the town of Labyrinthia.
A town like this should never exist in the first place.
What? Such insolence!
That's heresy! She's criticizing the storyteller's story!
But she's the daughter of the storyteller. She's allowed.
The storyteller's daughter has no right to criticize the story!
Trials in which innocent people are sentenced to death by fire. I shall make sure this is the last one.
What do you mean, Espella?
Since you're all so keen on the rules created by the storyteller, you should know exactly what I mean. The stipulation for ending the witch trials. Once the Great Witch Bazella is burned, the witch trials will end. At present, I am under suspicion. You know very well why that is, don't you?
You? Well, you don't mean that you're...
I am guilty.
Uh,
I am the Great Witch Bazella.
What?
Dude.
Cast me into the flames and let Miss Grayle free. Miss Cantabella. This shall be the last of the witch trials. No one else need be burned hereafter.
Espella, just what are you saying?
What
I
about the
can't let you do
professor?
Please, Mr. Wright, let me do as I wish. I'm sorry, but this is a problem concerning the people of Labyrinthia.
No! Please don't do it!
There must be another way. You don't need to do this. It's all right, Luke, Maya, Mr. Wright, and Mr. Layton. I truly appreciate all you have done for me.
This can't be happening.
Miss Cantabella, your confession will have very serious, or rather, fatal consequences for you. May we assume that you fully understand those consequences and are willing to accept them?
I am Espella Cantabella, the storyteller's daughter. But I also have another name. I am the Great Witch Bazella. I have lived hidden in the dark pages of my father's story, deceiving all of you. Many lives have been sacrificed because of me. But that shall end today.
Court attendants, seize that woman! She is the Great Witch Bazella.
Oh well, she did it to herself. Had a cup of hot cocoa today in the cafe.
Espella.
Hot choco. Maya, what the fuck?
Espella, this just isn't right. Let's go. Nick, give me a hand. Jump over there. But hurry!
They're getting away!
Dude, Maya!
Maya!
Help me, Nick! Espella! Quick, in here!
But what about Maya? What the fuck? You just let Maya die.
You've got to
Damn.
stop!
Your wife was cooked like a burnt chicken nugget, man. She's gone. I lost my husband and you lost your wife. Feels about right, man. She's dead. She's burnt to a crisp. Chicky nugget. Really? Why? Well, she tried to help Espella and she got put back into the cage and now Maya dead. Nani? Maya gone. And Leighton gone too till now. Maya what? Maya dead. Leighton too. A Taste of Despair, Chapter 5. Yet something that a lot of authors can do. Maya. Hi. Maya gone. Maya who? Maya Faye. Oh no. Sin, shut up.
What do we do now? We made it out of the courtroom, but everyone's in the uproar. So, where do we go from here?
I'm truly sorry. It's my fault that Maya... This all happened because of me.
That's not true at all. It's not your fault, Espella. Isn't that right, Mr. Right? Mr. Right?
Huh? Luke, did you say something?
Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Espella, it's not your fault. You shouldn't blame yourself.
Mr. Right, it just said that.
Oh, really? Mr. Right?
Well, anyway, at least we managed to save you, Espella.
Yes, but because of that, now Maya believed in you. That's why she wanted to protect you.
He's right, so we can't let ourselves get captured now.
Luke. Let's settle that then. Okay, let's get moving. We're bound to get caught if we stick around here any longer.
But where should we go? Everyone's looking for us now.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could go to Petty Shop. But the knights are certain to be waiting for us there. Oh yeah. That's true. My, you certainly managed to get yourselves into quite the predicament. Huh?
That voice.
Oh, Inquisitor Barnum! Please, wait, Inquisitor Barnum. Arrest me, lock me up, I don't care. But these two have nothing to do with this. Take me, I was the one you want.
No way, Espella. None of us are at fault here. We're not the ones who did anything wrong.
Taxi Dorifto! Luke. You're accomplices to the Great Witch Bezella and have assisted in her escape. In a manner of speaking, you have been branded an enemy to all of Labyrinthia. There's nowhere you can hide.
But why? Espella isn't the Great Witch. Why can't you understand that?
Oh, Luke. Then I must ask you, why do you continue to deny the clear allegation that this girl is Bezella?
That's easy. Because we believe in her. I know back in the courtroom, I said I didn't believe in Maya, but deep down, I believed in her. We did all... We all did, and we all still do.
Luke.
That's why I'm going to stand strong. I'm going to stick by
by Bezella, you know.
I'm going to stick by Espana's side no matter what.
Is that so? By the way, the Blue Knight? Yes? The loss of Maya Fey is unfortunate. You have my deepest sympathies. Really, your deepest sympathies, huh? While such bedlam was indeed unexpected, we should have done something more to prevent it. Inquisitor Barnum, I proved Maya's innocence. I admit, indeed you did. And yet last I saw, she was being dropped into a pit of fire. Tell me, Inquisitor, does it seem like justice to you? All witches are to be cast into the flames. That's the law of the land around here, right? But Maya wasn't a witch. How do you explain that, Inquisitor Barnum? Oh, the yaoi goes on. It is truly regrettable. What occurs in the courtroom is my responsibility and mine alone. Responsibility? Fine, then take some responsibility right now. Nick is pregnant right now, man. Magic exists here, right? Well then, use some magic and bring Maya back. Cast whatever spell you need to cast. And bring her back. There exists no such magic. I cannot undo her death. Dude! Tis my blame to bear. If it would bring you solace, then take this sword and strike me. Just stop it. You knights are always ready to get rid of those different from yourselves. Just get out of my sight. I said go. No, no kissies. What was that? I think I heard something coming from the main gate. Guards, come and take a look at this.
Mr. Wright, those words are getting closer. At this rate, we're...
Exit through the main gate and head east, through the forest. You should be able to escape along the small path there.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm going to save in a moment when I can. On the outskirts of the city, you will find Rook's Tavern. You should be safe there.
Why are you helping?
Go! No! You'll be caught if you stay here. And this will be all for naught. Look, Mr. Wright, let's go!
Yeah, right. Mr. Wright, are you coming?
Like they will rip me apart. Like they. Okay, let's go.
Running, running, running.
Okay. Wait. Chapter 5. 20-hour playtime already. What do you mean? Anyway, guys. I wish you all a good night. Sleepy welly, little jelly. And till Saturday, maybe tomorrow. No. I don't know if I streams tomorrow or not. But till Saturday, sleepy welly, be no jelly. And yeah, wait, we do open one window. Yeah, but bye, guys.
Love ya!
Maybe tomorrow. I'll try. Yeah, you try. Bye-bye.